Hello everybody and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the next episode of the Chronicles of Aeodrun Awakening series. My name is Josh, I use he, him pronouns, and I shall be your game master for tonight. And as you can see, I am joined by some very lovely people who are playing some rather lovely characters. I'm going to get them to introduce themselves now and how their characters might be feeling at the moment. I'm going to start with Evie.
Hello, my name is Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Perry, or Peripatea, who uses she, they pronouns. Do you want any, of the class, species stuff, or just how they're feeling?
You can do class species stuff if you'd like.
Oh, they are a zealot barbarian, and I don't know how you want me to introduce my species, Josh, because I'm a angel-blessed, stat-wise, in a dark elf body, but has also been revealed to be a pseudo-deity known as a titan.
That's not complicated at all.
Very simple, actually. But how Perry is feeling right now is, hang on. Where is it? I have an emotion wheel.
Oh.
Ooh. Wheel of emotions. And Perry is currently feeling a bit nervous. Because they are in a bit of a unknown situation where they have to kind of pretend to be a prisoner and sneak through. A bit accomplished for having managed to appeal to Kimdak's humanity and maybe make him be more of an actual human being. What? And is probably a little bit... Yeah, I think that's it. It's feeling accomplished, but a bit nervous. Also just eager. Raring to go, but, is a bit restrained at not being able just to strong-arm this situation. So we'll see how that turns out.
Amazing. Right, well, moving on, we're going to come to Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I use he, him pronouns, as does Carnan Udric, who is my orc in this world. A druid, apparently, has been learning all the magical things, has a couple of bears, druidy things. And feeling-wise, I think is in that kind of space of, the battle's been raging, there's been stuff going on, he's just been kind of trying to fend off zombies and soldiers from the capital, and then suddenly the zombies turned into people, and one of the zombies specifically turned into his best friend people. And so, and it's kind of like, nope, yep, going to deal with that later. Let's just answer everything pragmatically, and then we'll freak out.
That seems like a reasonable response to everything that has happened in the past couple of sessions. Moving on, we're going to come to Tom next.
Hello everyone, it's me, Tom, he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Bram, also he, him. Bram is half orc, half elf. He's a fighter. He's now a bard. He's carrying the voice of a guardian around in his head, because if there's anything Tom loves, it's voices in the back of his head being like, hey mate, not sure that's a good idea. How's Bram feeling? Well, Bram lost a father figure, but regained an actual mother, so that's great. My mother, the actual war criminal. She's very tall. I don't think I can smuggle her in through a blanket. Also, I haven't seen Greta. I hope she'll be fine. Greta's smart. Absolutely fine. Yeah, a lot of emotions. A lot of strong emotions. Also, I lost Perry. I was supposed to keep an eye on her, and she's gone. I don't think she fell in a grave, but I need to go check. Also, my son's fine. Also, my Sonny's summoning magic paintbrushes. Everything's fine. Everything's normal. It's just a normal day. We're gonna have that beach episode. And everything's gonna be fine. It's fine.
Any day now.
Any day.
Any day now, it will happen, and it will take 40 sessions to just have the beach episode. Anyway, moving on from that, Nat.
Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing, at the moment, Ember, who uses she, her pronouns. Ember in the body of Elodie Fogg, who also uses she, her pronouns. Ember is... mixed bag. Again, there's a lot going on. On the one hand, encouraged someone to channel Aether forces and created an entirely new species. Wild. Exciting. The dead have risen and they are conscious and and that's lovely. On the other hand, Greta is nowhere to be found. Turns out my shadow killed Rodney to cure him. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? We don't know. There's still like issues of like up at the top of the mountain, there's people that may want to be using her as sort of a magical funnel for nefarious means. There's a lot.
There is a lot going on with a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
Speaking of one of those, Scarlet.
Hello, Scarlet. I go by she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Lilly. It's she, her pronouns. Lily's crying at the moment. Just when isn't she? But she's got her dad back. Dad's there. Everything's gonna be absolutely fine now because Dad's there. That's everything done. Everything's gonna be absolutely perfect and fine, and everyone's gonna be safe and happy. Obviously. Yep.
Yeah, anyway, Talia's here as well. Hi, Talia.
Hello, Talia, she, her, playing Visenya. Also she, her, fiend fallen ex-war criminal.
You could just time yourself out of these things. Yeah.
I guess, no, ex to some people, possibly not to other people. We haven't met anyone who thinks she still is yet. Now a redemption paladin, celestial warlock, a couple of pseudo-divine beings in her bag, and also maybe also a Perry? Yes. Feeling, honestly, a little annoyed at herself right now that she's not really accomplished the missions. Perry's gone somewhere, she's got to go find out where in a second. The wizard's tower has fallen. A couple of them have died and their book's been taken off by new sister's evil ex-girlfriend. And then my adopted daughter has been summoning paintbrushes out of the air to defend her school from... Okay, this is going to be complicated. My dead adopted brother's biological sister, who's my companion's mother and also kind of my aunt.
The family tree is a spirograph.
This is like watching an episode of Once Upon a Time.
We then cut to Lucian, who's just like, I'm just doing the job. I've been asked to move these crates.
I've got nothing to do with these chuckle fucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, and also there's still long missions of where Jessin is, and this is the frustrated. I feel like Vess's go-to is just frustrated, and she will deal with emotions later.
That sounds about right. Before we get into tonight's session, we have a couple of sponsors and supporters that we'd like to thank. Our first sponsor for this evening is Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some clickety-clack math rocks, including some limited edition roll-together dice. If you use the code roll-together at checkout, you can get 25% off of your purchase. We're also proud to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. If you type in exclamation point code into the chat right now, that will give you a code for you to put into the game for you to get a free Electrum chest that you can use to give yourself some items and things to help power up your heroes and take them through waves of monsters for free on various different consoles and devices such as fridges and microwaves if you have ones that are particularly smart in that sort of way. We're also proud to be supported by Homie and the Dude. Homie and the Dude are a father and son TTRPG content creation group who make lots of supplement books for D&D and other TTRPGs. They've done The Wandering Tavern, they've got The Scorched Basin, which is a system-agnostic Dune/Mad Max-inspired thing that is, at the time of recording this, coming out on Kickstarter soon. Might be out by the time this episode actually releases. Somebody posed a question in chat at one point, which one's Homie, which one's the Dude? I have yet to ask, but I shall do, and then I will report back. Finally, we're also proud to be supported and support Michael Dobson's character art. Mike, all of this lovely artwork you can see for all these wonderful characters, it was lovingly made by Mike. You can go to Mike's Instagram and follow him there. If you check on there, that will let you know whether his commissions are open or not. Massive thank you to the D20 Club Dice Heads and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Merkstead because Merkstead needs to rebuild. And is opening, what were we calling it? Goggle Springs Menagerie or something? Was where you were going to put all the pets that you got from Ostragos. So they need goats. So send them to them, please. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and we're going to get into the session after these title sequences. We come into tonight's session with the sound of carts ricketing on stonework. There is live music that is playing and there is screams of and laughter and joy happening in the streets of Merkstead. People are putting bunting up, seemingly preparing for a festival. Market stalls are being prepared, and over near the Church of Balance there is a playground of school children who are sat down on the grass area, and there's an elderly gentleman sitting down telling them a story. This elderly gentleman is an orc. He has brilliant pink eyes and purple veins coming up his face. He looks like he's probably in his 70s or 80s, and he's just speaking to the story. So and then when the battle was finished, everybody went about their way. Oh, you got to tell us a bit more. Come on, we need to hear more about what happened during that. It was so good. Your storytelling was so good. Oh, yes, I know. Thank you. I am very good at telling stories, I've been told. Lemon cheesecake, anybody? Anybody? Lemon cheesecake? Yes. Okay, yes. Hands out some lemon cheesecake to the children. I must say that everything is going well. We have the Festival of Seasons happening in a few days' time, where the Storm Queen and the city of Gale's Rest will reside above the dock of Merkstead since the barrier fell. It is a great honour to still be able to witness all of this. And as he's saying this, a woman walks into the playground with a small child wearing a black cowboy hat on his head. And yes, Tom, wearing a small black cowboy hat on his head, and stood next to him is another orcish girl with looking very similar to the one, and she's got a green cowboy hat on her head. This woman stands probably around 5'11". She's very dark of skin. Her hair is sort of like that brownish red colour. It's pulled back into mini dreadlocks with the big sort of ponytail afro style thing. And she's wearing basic leathers, and she walks over. She's like, oh, Rodney, it's good to see that you are entertaining the children. What story are you telling them? Oh, yes, Johanna, my dear, yes. How is the Rusty Pirate going? Is everything going well? It's been some time since I've been able to get down there. Yes, it's all going fine, it's all going fine. What story are you telling the children? Just about the Battle of Merkstead. Why are you telling them about that? That was a traumatic experience for all of us. I know, but it's a valuable part of our history. It happened coming up to 30 years ago now, so it's just nice to get everything out there so our children can learn. Isn't that right, Shatteroak twins? Yeah. We like hearing about what Grandpa did. Yeah, it was really good. Yes, anyway, it gestures up towards beyond the mountain range, and if you look up there, you can see the Merkstead Mountains. 30 years ago, the mountain was a lot bigger than what you can see here, but that was the day that the sky fell. And as his hand moves away, it sort of shimmers, and it begins to fill with black smoke as we come down to the top of Merkstead, in the exact same spot where this scene just happened, but instead of an elder Rodney and older Johanna, Bram's grandchildren and loads of other children in this festival going on, there's flames, there's ash, there's smoke everywhere, and we start off with Visania and Bram at the playground with your mother. You're sort of still embraced with each other, hugging.
All right. Well, first of all, good. But that's something. There's what now? We can't hear combat from the town below, can we, Josh?
No, combat is all but finished now.
All right. Okay. So fighting stopped, I guess.
Can you just keep...
Yeah.
Forgive me. It took me a while to kind of settle myself, so...
No, that makes a lot of sense. So
I don't... You need to be kept an eye on.
Yeah, no, I'll I look at my mother. Oh, yeah, no, I'm keeping an eye. Perry
went that way. I need to check on the wizards first, because that was... Sonny, but just... I searched the phone.
Yeah.
No, yeah, okay, just for a second. I'm just going to pick her up.
No, I'm not going anywhere near that scary lady. No, thank you.
I'm going away from
Right.
her. No, I'm moving. I'm going to pick her up on my hip and just move off towards the wizards going, Harry went that way. I'll give her a moment and they should just be back. And if not, we'll have to regroup and find everyone. And I need to go find the wizards.
Yeah, no, you go deal with that. Oh, Ma, you probably... You remember Perry, not the Perry you'd... Anyway, come on, let's go.
Right, yes, okay. As Visania walks off towards Wizard's Tower holding Sunny, Sunny's looking over towards her friends, then turns her gaze back towards O'Brenna, and Visania doesn't quite see this because it's over her shoulder, but Sunny does this, just two fingers to her eyes, and then points towards O'Brenna, and it sort of waves her paintbrush at her.
Yeah. No, so that's a power unto itself right there that you seem to have...
Very powerful. That's I would say that's almost horseman level of power, maybe greater.
Bram lets that up. Just like, cool. Above my pay grade, I think. So I was going to say, how are you? But not good, I suppose.
No, not good. It's been a traumatic time. I thought I was doing good. Turns out I was being used. And when I tried to fight back, they did this to me. And you realise that she pulls a circlet off the top of her head, which was kind of resting under her hair. She pulls it off, and as she pulls it off, you can see it snapped in one place. They use these to control people that don't follow orders. Chucks it to the floor. Whatever your friend did, it managed to break it.
That's good. That's something. I mean, I'm literally the converted I'm preaching to, but you know a lot of people here are going to be real mad at you. So I think we're going to have to play this smart. What do you want to do? Because, like, if... Also, look, Vez is going to be real mad, but Vez is, like, really into planning. So any information you've got would actually be incredibly useful. And
I'm willing to give you any information that I can... From what I was privy to, I can give you the information that I have, but one thing that I will ask is that you bound me. I shouldn't be able to walk around here as a free person. I should be bound. I should be imprisoned for my actions.
Right, do you want to be bound now, or...
Yes. Just if it puts other people at ease, then yes.
Yeah, O'Brenna Shatter Shield, you are now prisoner of me, etc., etc. Yeah, usual. I will I will bound my mother. You know, usual Monday evening for little Bram.
Tie your mother down, tie your mother down.
Floats through my head.
I feel it's also like conflict of interest in this exorcism of justice. Like,
Yeah.
where's the impartiality protection here?
Even she's not impartial. Like, I hand it over to one of the kids and go, "Congratulations, little one. This is your prisoner."
Put the responsibility on a 5-year-old. Great.
Bram, you feel a little tug on your jacket.
I look down.
You can see Oro stood there looking at you, big wide. Oh no, Oro's gone. You know me. Oro was taken out of the town.
Yeah, I think we're getting into a bit of weird time because I think some of us did go look at the wizard's tower last time, but this is a retcon, folks.
You've just seen the explosion and everything happen from a distance anyway, so you're closer to it than what you are the playground. Yeah.
I feel tug, and I'm like, my child. I look down, and it's just a squirrel. And I'm like, you're not my boy. You're not. I'm not going to kick the squirrel. It's not that kind of game. Yeah. Wow, what a character change for Bram if he just started going around kicking squirrels. Yes, I will. Like, again, weird question. Do I feel I need like? My mother's not like a magic user so much. She uses fire, but she's not like a sorceress or that, you know, that when I knew. My point is...
No, basically her smites as a paladin manifest as fire. Radiant fire.
This is always the problem when you're working with magic users, where you're like, cool, there's a verbal component to spell use, so I'm not having to gag her or anything. But I will bind her hands, I will take her great axe, was it, that she had?
Hammer. She's got a big hammer.
Bram has now just got a hammer across his back. It's
very heavy. To the point where it's going to lower your speed by 5 feet.
I mean, I also this is the problem. I haven't been using the orc stat of being able to carry things above my weight, but I could inflict that.
You need a strength of 25 to carry this weapon unimpeded.
Wow. maybe using my 50 feet of rope on this woman's hands was not enough. I'm going to attempt to get to the graveyard to look for Perry with just... I don't think I'm dragging her along. I think hopefully,
she comes with you. Wherever you go, she sort of follows. She's not going to resist or anything.
Yeah. I'm going to go look for Perry, because that was the last place I saw Perry.
Awesome. So while you make your way into the graveyard, could you make me your choice of perception or investigation? But before you give me the result of that, we are going to sort of shift along. The camera's going to pan along. We're going to sort of go over Visania as Visania is making their way towards the Wizard's Tower, and we head down the ramp down towards where the remnants of the Rusty Pirate are, and we're going to come to Elodie, Lilly, and Udric, who are sort of in that vicinity.
Ember right now.
Ember currently, thank you.
So we're there with Reborn Rodney, and Valak and Ingrid are there as well.
Yes.
Right.
And...
Although...
sorry.
And then there was, not Johanna, maybe Johanna?
Jana, her mother.
Jana,
you sent her to Redstone.
Take the civilians, take the newly awoken civilians to the farm. Yep, fine. But as we closed, there was the Greta's house collapsed. Right.
Yes, Greta's house collapsed. You've also got Merida, the mayor of the town, and Valdris, Lily's father, is with you as well.
Yeah.
And Luca.
And sorry.
And Luca.
And
Luca. Yes. Luca's
so many
with you as
people.
well.
I think as soon as the sort of like there was also Dragon here that has now gone away. So I think as soon as the Dragon's gone away, we've appreciated Rodney and all of that. Ember will have sort of clocked everyone and like kind of given a nod to Lilly and Udric. I'm gonna double check on like Agatha, what's going on with Greta?
You can see that they're just... Agnes is walking around in the big mech suit with Agatha sitting on the top, and they walk over to you and...
No, the other way!
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Let's go this way. Spins it around and starts going. And you watch as Agatha gets round to the back of the mech and starts hammering on the back of it. And then it just lets off this burst of... And the whole thing just flies up into the air and lands down.
I've grabbed on.
You can grab on, yeah. You're like, whee! It's like a massive rush of wind, like almost G-force style as you fly off.
But at the moment, I've got wings for another, 50 seconds or so. We'll sort of use that to Actually, might use that to slingshot myself into the air and sort of get a bird's eye view, as it were, and double check what's going on everywhere.
You can get yourself a bird's eye review, make me a perception check, as everybody else hears this loud crashing as the mech not quite sorted out the power module for it, so the mech overshoots. Luckily doesn't land on Greta's house, but does crash into the Shady Gull Inn, which nobody liked anyway, and decimates the front part of it.
Great.
We're never getting a chance to go there. It's just destroyed now.
Perry and
Bad
Udric have
place
been
for
there.
bad people.
Oh, that's okay. Lucky.
But yes, before we come to your perception check, what would Lilly and Udric like to do?
I'm still crying.
Okay.
Your father is trying to have a very serious conversation with Merida, but you're just sort of
Pressed up against Dad's chest. Yeah.
Well, if Lily's going to do what she always does, I suppose I'll do some gardening.
Oh, some lovely tulips.
No, I think
pruning.
Udric's kind of clocked that there's all of these people who have just awoken, and you said that it's not just kind of the dead from Merksed. Like some of them have kind of wandered miles in this state, and they've been dead for a long while.
yeah.
So there's probably quite a lot of confused people. So he's probably just like, all right, gather round, and is trying to, as best he can, fill people in on recent history, given as well that he's been out of it for almost as much as they have. So I guess just the keystrokes that he's learned since he rejoined the world.
What's this rising you're talking about? I just remember going out one day and I was tending to my fields, and then all of a sudden these undead just came and swarmed over my farm, and I tried to hide, and next thing I know, I'm waking up in this town that I've never been in before.
Right, so a bit of bad news first. Your hiding place was shite.
That seems pretty obvious now. Yes, thank you. Also very hurtful, but and this is a woman with long, probably was brown hair at one point, but a lot of it is sort of fallen out and it's very matted. You can see actually while you're talking to her, she was in a very serious state of decay. Like she'd been undead for maybe 10 years, and her skin was tight up against her bones, and she had flesh and all that sort of stuff sticking out, but it seems to all be repairing itself while this is happening, with sort of purpley pink skin taking its place, and her muscle mass seems to be coming back, and she's filling out a bit more. She doesn't look like a bag of bones anymore. And this is happening across everyone who is currently here. A lot of people are still leaving to head towards Redstone. Rodney's sort of taken up position sort of halfway up the ramp towards Solomon's and is shouting for people, you need to go this way, yep, everybody's telling you that we need to get to Redstone Farm, everybody come on, this place is not safe, come with me, follow me, yep, he's still got one horn sticking out because he hasn't quite fully transformed back into Rodney.
Yeah, I think Udric's just kind of trying to do the same thing, ushering people away, but also if people do come up with questions, particularly if it's someone clearly from probably the same sort of area he is, trying to give him a little bit more context.
And while you're doing that, you feel a presence next to you.
Oh, who's it from?
It is... You've got a nice, lovely presence. You look down and you can see this dwarven figure that you've only just recently met. Valak is stood there. Looks awful lot like Kimdat does, but maybe 50 years younger. But he just looks up at you and is like, I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met. My name is Valak Hammerin.
They have met. We introduced them when we first arrived.
Towards
He
the
got a massage.
Oh yes, the massage. Yes.
I haven't actually introduced myself. But
they
met
have that.
these.
I was the one rubbing you.
My name is Valak Cameron. I was the one that gave you that really deep massage earlier today.
Oh yes, no, I remember. That was appreciated.
Can I have a private word with you out of earshot? Is that all right?
Sure. Yeah. All right, Rodney. You're all sorted here, yeah?
Yeah, no, I've got this. If you need to go off and do something, I'll keep funneling people through and sending them over to Redstone. If you're heading down towards the dock, Valak seems to be leading you down towards the dock area. Can you just check on the drowners? Because they don't seem to have moved yet.
Oh, that's all right.
Thanks. Yeah. Don't. Yeah, sure. I can definitely take that. Thank you. As Rodney takes something off of somebody and puts it down. I don't know why I'm accepting gifts, but yeah, Valak will sort of lead you down sort of the ramp towards the dock area. Nobody else is down here. It's just the two of you. But there are probably about 100 dead or drowners down here. So the thing that I wanted to talk to you about, and he looks over the drowners, they're dead. The magic that I extrapolated, the Aether, I think these people were too far gone for them to come back like the others, so I feel kind of bad that I just sort of mass killed a lot of people like this.
I mean, you didn't kill them because they died a very long time ago, and they've just been sustained with some dark magics. So all you've done is you've put them to rest. You've allowed the body to catch up to the mind.
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it. Thank you. The reason why I pulled you down here specifically, when I was harnessing the magic and focusing on that, the light side of it, as it were, that was in everybody else, I could also sense the regular sort of aether that everybody has come across. You know, what was infecting them before, and I don't know how to put this, but there's an alarming amount of it in you.
Right.
I didn't want to tug on it or mention it to anybody, but how have you not mutated? Is my question.
Honestly, I'm not convinced that I haven't. There was this one occasion where I turned into a bear.
But you were able to change back.
Well, I seem to have been, yeah. Maybe I'm just channeling it in a different way. Honestly, all of this magic stuff's pretty new to me.
It is definitely. I mean, the bounds of what aether in any of its forms that I've studied anyway, what it can do is boundless. So I wouldn't put it past having the ability for you to transform into another creature and transform back into it again. It might be something for you to maybe look into a little bit more.
I did make a promise that I wouldn't turn into a nasty bear again another time.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing. If you're able to control it, then that's probably a good thing. Maybe speak to. I'm proficient in how aether works. I'm not proficient in mutations and how it mutates the body. So if there's anybody that you know that could help you with that, maybe speak to somebody. But any information or things that you want on aether itself, I can certainly help with. But I wasn't sure if you were aware of it, so I just wanted to bring it to your attention. I will also say that there is something else in there that isn't aether related, but there is a powerful magic in you as well that you don't seem to have fully tapped into.
Right. Well, thank you for the advice. To be honest, I'm just trying to get through the day.
Yeah, that's that seems to be the thing at the minute, doesn't it?
All right. We should probably start doing something about all of these dead drowners.
Put them on the beach and burn them?
Seems to be the least we can do.
Yeah, I mean, these were innocent people at one point, so I'll give you a hand and starts moving the bodies with you.
Yeah, I'll start using probably stretching Druidcraft a little bit, but I can light or snuff a candle or a torch or a small campfire. So yeah, I can start kind of making some I'll dry out some kindling and then start making like bonfires, and yeah, we'll start trying to get a funeral pyre going.
Yeah. One thing that you do notice when you step onto the beach and start gathering wood, drying it out and everything, and set the fire, nothing comes out of the water.
The water?
Nothing comes out of it.
Good.
You can sort of begin setting that fire, and he will, Valak will help you begin dragging those bodies over, and I think eventually Rodney will come down and give you a hand as well, and a few other people.
How long is Udric down there?
Couple of days.
That's me done for the evening. Bye, folks.
I was charming.
I might like, yeah. I was gonna say like, depending on what embassies might come and grab him and be like, no, we've got places to be. Come on.
Well, it'll be when you all say you want to come back together. That's how long Udric is doing that for. When you all say you want to be back
5
together
minutes.
again. Yeah, so if it's 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. Then Valak will carry on doing it, and Rodney will join in and start doing some more, and then some more people will come down and help that haven't left for the farm. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Also, Josh, before we get... Because there's two types of drowners in this world. Because we've got the drowners and we've got the deep drowners. Are these just, like, shallow human converted into drowners?
Yeah, converted into drowner. Yeah, no deep drowners.
No deep drowners. Cool, okay.
Yeah, the paddling one.
The paddlers.
No, the paddle one.
Paddle Spawn, that would have been a good name for him.
Well, from now, when we cut
Okay.
back to Rodney in like 50 years' time, it's like, and then we called them the paddle spawn.
Yeah. We are, before we come to perception checks and investigation checks for Ember and for Bram, we're going to kind of fly over Bram's head for a moment, and we're going to descend down into the crypt that Peripatea went down, and we're going to follow that along. As we follow that along, we can see 10, 20, 30, 40 or more Reavers making their way down that passageway. As we come to Peripatea, you are following along with Kimdak just in front of you. Every now and then he has to pull you into a small little divot where you can see there's some coffins up in the wall. You've noticed that this is a dugout tunnel that connects to different graves, different mausoleums, some that are probably lost to time, as there's not that many mausoleums in the graveyard itself. But yeah, he sort of leads you, pushes you to one side while more Reavers begin heading down towards where Merkstead is.
I am counting how many I see, by the way.
Yeah. It is down
Back of
to
my head.
46 at the moment.
46, great. There sure are a lot of you. Where are you? Like you had a lot of mages before. Are they going to be down here?
There'll be some mages down here somewhere. A lot of them are, or looks around to make sure that nobody's listening, waits for a wave of them to walk past, and then as you begin making your way, he sort of leans back to whisper at you. A lot of the mages are probably are being kept more up in the upper pathways in the mountains so that they can rain fire down from above if needed.
And they sure are good at fire, aren't they?
Well, they have a way to manipulate it so it burns through things quickly.
That was a pointed jab at you burning down the mercenary company, by the way. You didn't seem to land, so I thought I'd explain it.
No, that's fair. Fully accept it. I did what I felt I had to do.
You were wrong, but now you're committed to helping not kill someone today and maybe making better choices, right?
Right.
Now say that in a way that actually convinces me.
Right.
You're not very charismatic, are you? How did you get so many people to follow you?
Well, I am pretty charismatic when I want to be, but, you know, crushing a few heads of some previous leaders tends to, at one point, led to loyalty from your subordinates, but I don't think I have their loyalty anymore.
Big fish came along, I'm guessing.
Much bigger fish. Bigger fish than I'd ever expected to come along, yeah.
Yeah, like Imperium big, right?
Well, yeah, when I made the deal with the Imperium, I wasn't expecting horsemen to show up. I was just expecting an Imperial contingent and a scientist, not the horseman that makes science look like a child's plaything.
Yeah, that'll do it. We live in a weird world. We really do. God, I was going to ask something that went completely out of my head. What about the church? Do you know much about... I know they're coming, and I know they're not good. Do you know anything about that? I mean, it's not immediately relevant, but it might become relevant in a bit.
I've heard talkings about it. Never met this Grand Priest or anything like that, because never had the privilege to. They've only just recently made landfall on the main continent, as it were. But from what I've heard from the Horseman of Pestilence, what's his name? Mortigan, whatever.
Oh, Morgan, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, from what I've heard from him and Savannah through their conversations, there are a couple of churches on the main continent that don't follow his testament, as it were, and he has been sort of sent over to right that wrong, and I know that Merkstead was one of them. So,
I mean,
sorry.
I mean, they were actually making a pretty big deal about preparing for the visit, so they couldn't have been that much of a dissenter.
Well, they have to hold a. At the end of the day, they're still priests of balance, and he is still the Grand Priest. So, you know, maybe they have to try and. I don't know the politics of the religion and all that sort of stuff, so I can't really comment on it too much. I just know that he was looking to redeem them. I was
I fucking
very
hate
surprised.
religion. And that's coming from a pseudo deity.
This
like,
is true. I was very surprised when we were given instructions to place explosives around the church.
there are explosives around the church?
Yeah, that was to be one of the first targets to be hit.
Wait, the bombs. Yes, I remember seeing those now. I hope... Oh, they'll probably be fine. There's a bunch of hero types going around. I mean, I hope they'll be okay. We'll find out eventually. But, okay, look, we've got like... How long is it to the base? What can we expect there?
There's going to be a lot of Reavers there. There's probably going to be more Imperium than there is Reavers there now. They're kind of using my people as cannon fodder a bit now. There's going to be a few prisoners up there. I'm going to have to put you in the general holding area where we keep them. So just... You are you. You are going to attract a lot of attention as soon as it is mentioned who you are. So be prepared for that.
But is there a plan for me to get out of there so that I can, you know, help not blow up the world? Like, will you slip me a key or a toothpick or something like that? Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm trying to trust you as far as I could throw you, which is a little ways, but it's not the whole way, you know? So I don't want to be going along with you and then just get locked up.
You're going to get locked up. I will let you know that now. But looks around again, and you watch as he reaches round the back of his pocket, round the back of his cloak, rummages around in probably a pouch that's under there or something, and takes a step back and sort of walks into you, sort of bumps into you a bit and causes you to stumble, but you feel something enter into your hand when he does that. And he turns around and is like, "Oi, what do you think you're doing trying to stumble into me? What do you think you're doing?" And he headbutts you. You're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uneven ground, you dick. I headbutt him back.
Look, right, I could crush you quite fucking easily, so don't push it. And he looks around, and you can see the people that are probably 50 foot ahead with Tali and Lilla are looking back at what's going on, as are some people that are on their way down to Merkstead. He's putting up a show. Mm-hmm. I'm going to roll a performance check actually for him to see if they believe him.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Kimdak's strength modifier is +10?
Oh no, this is his special legendary action headbutt that he can do, which is like very powerful. So I actually rolled quite low on the damage for that.
Just proficient in face attacks.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's still doing that after I bit him like 5 years ago.
Sorry, I had to do that for show, but yeah. Lock your manacles up. There's 2 keys there, one for your manacles and one for the main gate, but just don't be flashy and try doing it in front of everyone.
Okay, is anyone looking at us right now?
They're sort of beginning to turn their heads around to continue what they're doing. Some heading towards Merkstead, the others with Tali and Lilla are moving off in that direction. You can see a light has now come up and they've now ascended up into that.
When I'm locked up, cheers for the keys, I'll just whoop into the arm as stealthily as I can manage. Look, just keep them safe until I can get to you. All right, I will be making my way through the Reavers somehow, and associated personnel. Obviously, I'll attract attention, but I'm going to try and keep it low key. You know, maybe get rid of some dissenters on my way if I feel spicy. You know, I've got to do my name justice. I've got to bring the night, but keep them safe and alive until I get there. Okay?
Tali will be with you in the holding cell, but
And Lilla?
Lilla's needed for something, and I don't know how long I can hold them off for. So, I'll try.
I need you to pinky promise.
He holds his finger sort of out behind him, sort of. I am like this, but behind his back. I was doing it, but nobody could see it. He's like, "Yeah, I'll pinky promise." I made a promise a long time ago that I wouldn't hurt Tali or Lilla, and I want to try and uphold that. I have been blinded by my greed, by my ambition to bring my wife back, and I don't think that's going to happen now. Not the way I want it to, anyway. I'll tell you what, if I fucking get up there and I find out that Savannah raised her, along with the other undead, I will be pissed.
Oh yeah, understandably. Then go after Savannah. Save us all the headache.
I will tell you this now. I am strong. I am very strong. I would not stand a chance against her. She will flay me alive.
Yeah, I've taken a few of her hits. But what, you're welcome to try if you want to go out in a blaze of glory. No one here's going to stop you.
I do still have some self-preservance. There we go, I can speak.
Let's see how far that goes if you see that your son's in danger. Oh, that wasn't a threat, by the way. I don't know why that sounded vaguely threatening. I really didn't mean it like that. Now I'm protesting too much, and it's getting odd.
Right, come on. And he leads you out of the tunnel, and as you come out, you can see you're on the mountain range. You can see the temple off in the distance. You can see there's loads of scaffolding and stuff around it. And what you're on now is a very narrow pathway of rocks and mud and grass that leads up that way. You can see the people with Tali and Lilla are leading them up. Tali sort of stumbles every now and then, is about to fall off, but one of them grabs her and pulls her back as rocks begin to fall down. It's not a very safe path. You definitely shouldn't be walking on this.
Is there any way we can get up to where Tali is? Like, I'm not confident that they're going to keep her from falling next time.
They saw what I did to their companion back in the graveyard, so if they try that again, I'll do the same thing to them. But I do see your point. And he puts 2 fingers in his mouth and lets off a whistle, and all of the Reavers up ahead turn round. Tie the fucking ropes to yourselves, you idiots. You know how we get up and down this pathway. Do the same with the prisoners as well. We don't need them falling. And they're like, Yes, sir. Yeah. And sort of tie ropes to their buckles and things, and they begin sort of ascending upwards. And he suggests for the same to happen with you as well when you get there.
Sure.
And you can. Sorry.
I was going to ask him back a question, but now might not be the time. Or maybe.
You can ask him if you want to.
Just very quickly. Who are the Reavers? Who are these actual people who are wanting to sign up to be your minions? Exactly, because I've killed a few of them.
None of them signed up to be Reavers. The Reavers started off as a small bandit group. Then you had then there was loads of other different types of bandits all across the kingdom. You had the Red Claws, the Bluebirds, and a bunch of other the Fuckle Knuckles. I don't know, bloody know. I forgot all their names now. But basically, I killed all their leaders and sort of absorbed them into my sort of fold, and that's how I became the Bandit King. If that's a title I can use.
You may not.
Good, because I fucking hate it.
Good. Okay, so bandits. Why does someone become a bandit? You know what? If I start thinking of them as people, it's going to make it real difficult to not throw them off a cliff.
Yeah, please don't do that. And you can both continue ascending up as we come all the way back down to Merkstead. And we are going to come to Ember first, with your perception check. What did you roll?
I mean, it was so long ago. Yes, it was the same. 14.
14. You can see from your high vantage point the various different bodies being moved from the dock area onto the beach. You can see people leaving the town of Merkstead and heading towards Redstone. You can just make out the specks of Bram and Visania in two different locations on the top tier. Sorry?
They're alive.
Yep, and you can hear, with your perception, a faint cry coming from Greta's shop.
Right, okay. Can I see Corvu anywhere?
He's still flying around, sort of doing circles around the town with that message going out for people to go to Redstone.
But does it look like, because it's been a few minutes, he's had time to sort of go around, and it looks like he's kind of covered does it look like he's covered the whole town?
Yeah, I'd say he's probably doing mainly circles around the mid-section, which is the largest section of the town, so he's kind of doing laps around that at the minute.
Okay, we'll sort of just give him a signal, like, to me, Corvu.
I bring you back.
So we'll summon him. We'll dive down to Greta's, but we'll summon Corvu back as well at the same time.
As you do, you can see entering into Greta's. You can see that, as I said, the roof and the top floor have collapsed down inwards. And as you step in, you can see an elven figure in there who is sort of pulling at the rubble, moving it away. Green, mage-like clothing with a stick, and you see every now and then she sweeps the stick around, and some vines will lift some rubble up and stuff as Miss Faction has made her way down from the top tier and is trying to help get to wherever Greta is. She turns around. Have we met?
It doesn't matter. Is everything all right here?
I can hear Greta is in here somewhere, but there's a lot of rubble, and I haven't got enough magical energy to clear a lot of this. Do you know where Udric is?
On the beach. I can send a message.
I could do with his help. I could do with his assistance here, if that's okay.
Yeah. We'll grab a stone and do magical tinkering on it to say, Udric, you're needed at Greta's right now, and send Corvu to fly it at a dash to Udric.
So you can do that. We'll have that go straight to Udric, and Udric, you will receive that message.
I don't think there's much I can do while we're waiting. We'll just keep talking to Greta. Like, is Greta responding? Miss Lighthoof.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
All right, you're alive. Good. Keep breathing.
It's a bit difficult. I've got a lot of weight on my chest at the moment.
Okay, can you talk to us about what else you can feel?
I can feel one of my legs. The other one is definitely broken. I've got a sharp pain in my shoulder. Look, I can't quite see it because I'm covered in rubble, but I can see blood.
All right.
My hoofs,
keep
my
talking.
horns
talking
are
to me.
intact.
Keep talking to me. And Ember will just get her to, like, while we're waiting for Udric, just to go through, like, tell me what's on your inventory list. What stock were you going through today? Just, like, keep her talking.
I had a couple of health. I was making some health potions today. I was due to go pick Oro up from school in a little. Oh God, Oro! Is Oro okay?
He'll be fine. Bram and Visenya, Hira were up at the school.
Right. Okay, that's good. I tell you what, if I was not stuck under this rubble, I would have kicked all their asses. The Reaver's not Bram and all that. I mean, Bram does deserve to have his ass kicked a couple of times, but you know, yeah. So Dragonthorn and Elf Root. There was a bit of Kraken.
Wait, you had Dragonthorn?
I had, well, due to be delivered by you. Yes, I was
going to
marking
say,
it down.
If you had Dragonthorn here and you'd sent us off on a fool's errand, I would have been very cross.
No. I had it down to be received today. There's some Kraken weed as well I've got here.
Kraken weed.
Kraken weed.
It has occurred to me, Josh, actually, I don't think Greta, like, Elodie and Greta didn't really chat a lot. If she can't see, this is a different person, as far as Greta is concerned.
She doesn't care. Somebody's talking to her.
So, but how does she know that I was supposed to be delivering the dragon root?
She doesn't know you were supposed to deliver it, but she knows that she was supposed to get a delivery.
Okay.
And you can see that Miss Faction is moving the rubble around. She's coughing a bit and there's a bit of blood pouring out of her mouth. She does seem quite injured as well. Oh, right.
I will throw a... what have I got? I've only got one spell slot. I will... Is any part of Greta reachable? Is like a hand out of the rubble or anything?
No, you can't see her. You can only hear her at the moment.
Okay, fine. I can't... I've not got lay on hands, so I can't do selective hit points giving. This is Ember, not Elodie. I think Ember is tactically going to just give Miss Faction a bit of a once-over, and if she is going to be fine, I'm going to leave it and not heal her.
I'll be fine. I've just taken quite a few hits and could do with a rest. Just don't use any of your magical energy on me. Save it for people who actually need it. I'll be all right.
Good to know.
Yeah. So you can begin moving rubble away as
with a strength of -1, I don't think so.
Yeah, you just move a couple of pebbles.
A mage hand will move the pebbles.
At this point, Udric, you have just received the message.
Oh, right. It seems I'm needed elsewhere. Hopefully that fire is going to be enough that we can keep them going and you can get the rest of the pyres lit. And we'll kind of jog up for beach.
Thank you for your help. Yeah, thanks. See you in a bit. And you can run off. You run past Lilly at the same time. Lilly, you still attached to your father? Yeah.
Yes.
But as I run past, I will go, Lilly, job to do. Come on.
Okay.
Lilyrith, listen to me. I am not going anywhere.
You might.
I won't. Not without saying goodbye first. Go with your friends.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay. I'm gonna go help now.
He sort of leans down. He's about 8 foot tall. He's probably one of the tallest people you've ever met. Udric, he towers over you, but he sort of gets down onto one knee and he sort of puts his hand under your chin and lifts your head up. He sort of wipes away the tear. Come on now. No tears. That was disgusting. It's good to see you, daughter.
Bye.
He gives you a kiss on the forehead and then sort of watches as you go off with Udric, and he turns around and begins having his conversation with Merida. No time at all for you two to get down the street. You have to move over some bits of rubble and a few bodies and stuff. You can see that people are beginning to take injured out of buildings, and dead are beginning to be respectfully laid outside in the streets and stuff. Quite a few people did die, but you get to where Greta's shop is, and you can see both Ember and Miss Faction inside.
Greta is trapped under some rubble. Lily, do you have anything to move stones?
Just checking.
While you're doing that, Udrik,
Misfaction.
I was hoping that you could assist me with some of the vine work and helping to get some of the heavier pieces of wood off of the floor. By the sound of things, Greta is under some beams, and we need to get if any of her body is under any heavy weight. We don't want her body to toxicate, and as soon as we lift that off, that's going to rush to her heart and kill her.
Sure. All right. Josh.
Yes.
So I can read auras, but we've never discussed, can I read it through stuff? Like, do I get a vague sense of where Greta is?
So it is... You can't read auras through walls or through anything like that, but because this rubble is not complete, there are little holes that lead through and stuff, you can see a faint aura sort of pulsing through, like the under bit where the floor is. You can see that where this stuff has fallen down, it's caused the floor to cave in slightly, and you can see a very faint greenish silver aura underneath it.
Okay.
It's fading.
So I would like to kind of see this, and I would like to get a sense of the kind of plants around. I mean, I know that obviously she's a herbalist, so I imagine at the very least she's got kind of dried herbs and things. I would like to use plant growth, and I would like to instantly make all of the plants in a 100-foot radius, but specifically the ones that are going to help lift any beams, become thick and overgrown. It doesn't tell me how big they become, but it does say that you have to spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot. So I'm going to assume they're 4 times bigger than they were.
Amazing. I think you've been in here before, haven't you? When it wasn't like this, I believe so.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe. I think so. I think you did in the previous episode. There's been some.
There was a week, so Visenya, Perry, Brahm, and Elegy went to Greta's shop specifically in game, but there was a whole week of hanging around in town. They could have done it any time.
Yeah. So
it's done the laps as the town as well, doing the paper route. So
yes, you did your deliveries. Yes.
Yeah.
So would have picked up Oro, so probably at some point popped in.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good point. So from coming in here that. As well as having the various different herbs and things that Greta had, it was a prominent floral shop as well. So, and there's lots of broken flower pots and things around with lots of flowers. So you can easily get into contact with them and cause them to grow. And it's almost like like you said, they sort of double in size, and there's a thing about it where you can manipulate it to do what you want it to do. So if you want it to raise the bigger beams up, it can. Do it gently. We don't want to cause any additional pain or anything. Just be careful with it. You can feel Miss Faction is trying to give you a magic lesson and trying not to rush you, but also trying to rush you to get Greta out.
I can help with mending around, to make sure that it's stable and no more things will fall.
As the plants take the weight, maybe you can be mending some of the original supports.
Okay.
Well, Mage Hand will be helping support wherever it needs to.
And as the plants sort of begin to grow upwards, you hear a sort of deep inhale as the aura that you can see, Udrik, sort of flares back into life, as it were. And as the beams come up, you can see, just if you were to get down, you can see laying in the centre of this sort of broken floor is Greta, you can see that her left leg has been crushed by one of the beams that has now been lifted off, and it looks like a piece of roof shrapnel has pierced into her upper shoulder, and she's got loads of gashes on her face and everywhere.
Right, let's get you looked at. I do have cure wounds, and I've got either first, second, or third level spell slots that I can spend. Would Udric get a kind of sense of how much he would need to kind of channel into Greta to help with all of these injuries?
So your healing magic won't heal her broken leg, but you can begin to knit up the cuts and scrapes and things that she's got around her. In game terms, she's technically unconscious at 0 hit points, and would technically be on death saving throws. So even just a small amount of healing will sort of bring some life back to her. So she'd be fine after that. She would just need some additional medical care.
Yeah, well, I do just happen to have Revivify anyway. So maybe I'll do the second level, and if I have to, I've got a third level slot waiting.
Cool. Yeah. You can roll that if you'd like to.
I would like that.
Are you using the new version of Cure Wounds? Is the question.
Apparently, I'm using the legacy version of Cure Wounds. Why, Josh? What does the new version do?
The new version at level 1 gives you 2d8 worth of healing, and then every additional level gives you an additional 2d8 of healing rather than 1d8. So you'll get 4d8's worth of healing at second level. It's much better.
Right, well, I guess I'll roll my extra 2d8s then. So that was 13 base. Oh, blimey. I roll better on those 2d8s than I did on the first ones. Plus 15, so 28 in total.
For second level, that's amazing. Yeah. Okay. You cast your Cure Wounds. As you do, you can watch as the cuts and scrapes on her face begin to knit up, and instead of... they begin to bruise, so the healing happens and then the bruising comes out of it, and the piece of wood, as the healing happens, you watch as Greta sort of leans over, grabs the piece of roof that is in her shoulder and just pulls it out, and then you watch as blood sort of splatters everywhere. It begins to heal up from your magic, and because that was such a high amount that you healed in one go, you do hear the cracking of bones as her leg, which was facing the wrong way, sort of cracks round, but is still broken. Wow, that was powerful. Thank you. Oh, I'm still going to need to...
can't quite control it.
No, that was good. Thank you. Yeah, and she sort of drags herself out, and the plants...
Sit.
Yeah, I'll sit. Thank you. Oh, all right. So what's happening? Fill me in on what's happened. I've had a building on me most of all of this.
As soon as it looks like she is fine, and Udric can fill Greta in on what's happened so far, we'll grab the stone that Corvu used to give Udric a message, and we'll then say to him, right, this time, take this one to Visenya. I'm going to try and fit this into 6 seconds. Where are we? What was it? It was Rusty Pirate, not the Seagull, right?
Where you are currently?
Where we were was Rusty, because the other team knew we were going to the Rusty Pirate.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Rusty Pirate is where you were going to be. Is where you just were. Sorry.
Okay, so it's something along the lines of Rusty Pirate team fine. Greta is fine. We've just rescued her. Rodney is alive again. Valak resurrected all of the dead. Cannot see Petty from the sky.
That's quite 6 seconds.
It is fast.
Yes.
Ember rehearsed it a couple of times and then recorded it. Yeah. Go.
Corvu's like sort of flies out.
You ever considered doing patter?
I am not a performer.
I beg to differ.
That's definitely more. Oh no, I've forgotten his name.
Also, mentally going for your book.
That's definitely more of Alorim's purview.
Awesome.
It was like
Panto episode.
While you're there's a
like-
lot of people here with experience in Panto, so I'd be up for that.
Oh, no, there isn't? Oh, anyway.
Anyway, as the four of you with Miss Faction are in Miss Lighthooves, we're gonna follow Corvu as Corvu begins making his way towards where Visania is. But just before Corvu gets there, camera sort of speeds along, and we will come to Visania just before Corvu gets to you as you make your way to get closer to the Wizard's Tower, which is now a wreck, a ruin.
Just before I get there. Sonny,
Yeah,
you okay?
I'm okay. How are you?
Sometimes.
Sorry?
No,
Okay.
you're strong and capable. No, it's... I do not want to lose you.
I don't want to lose you.
Stop. Can't tell you to stop putting yourself in danger, but you're 5.5 years old.
I'm almost a grown up.
No. Paintbrush powers?
Sorry?
Paintbrush powers.
That's new to me.
No, it's not.
Well,
You're really bad at lying to me.
okay, I've known about it for a little while, but I didn't know how to tell you because it was scary, and I touched the hammer that Perry bought for me from the pits. I think it was from the pits. No, it was from the blacksmith that Perry bought it for me, and it disappeared, and then it appeared in my notebook, in my drawing book, and then I found that I could sort of bring it out whenever I wanted to, and then there were other things that I could touch, and I could sort of absorb them into things. Don't do it with living things. I tried it with a ladybug, and it didn't end very well.
Is that why some of my trinkets have gone missing?
No,
Sonny?
I do not know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sonny?
No,
My darling, just gonna look at You're scared of anything. You tell me.
I'm scared of everything. Everything that's happening right now.
I'll protect you as best as I can.
And I'll protect you.
But you are 5.5 years old and you do not need to.
I don't need to, but I want to.
You terrify me. You protect me by keeping safe. Even if I'm in the most grave danger, my priority will be keeping you safe. Do you understand?
Okay. I'll keep my friends safe.
That's honestly the best compromise I can get right now.
And my family safe. You're my family. I keep you safe. I found a way to get around it. What?
I'm not
Jelly
going
bean?
to, but I think you're cute and I'm coping with it.
Okay.
Recalculator.
Oh, there's people hurt over there. Sort of.
No, I'm running.
Nuzzles her head into your armor, so she can't see it as you run over, and you can see that there is a woman rather smartly dressed in a Swede suit. Swede is a new type of material in Aeodrun. I've said it in every session that they have appeared. She is knelt over the body of a finely dressed gentleman who is also in one of these suits, and she has placed 2 coins on his eyes and pulled out a book out of his pouch and put that on his chest and placed his hands over it. And she's just quietly sobbing to herself as you approach.
No, I'm so sorry I could not get here in time.
Is this okay? Don't.
No, I promised you help, and it did not come.
The whole thing came as a bit of a surprise. We weren't expecting explosions and then attacks, so Calder knew what was knew what this mission entailed, so he gave his life for the cause. I will report his death back to the Queen.
What set off the explosion? What was taken?
The explosions in the tower or in the town?
Anything.
All I know is that this white-haired sorceress came into the tower. Both Calder and I had to get out of the tower on Joda's order, along with the 2 bear cubs, bear adolescents that we have had with us. They're not here now. They've headed down the ramp over there, headed down into the main section. But we came here to fight off Undead to stop any more from getting into the tower. Last we saw, there was a big a magical battle, something that I've never seen in my life happening between Joda and the white-haired sorceress, and the explosion is, my educated guess, is the culmination of them, of their battle.
What does she take exactly?
I don't know, because I can't check what's missing from the tower, as it's not there anymore. But the journals, Peripatea's journals, would be what I would guess.
Well, they are going to be so pissed.
Yes, they will be. We'd made an arrangement with Peripatea that if we were able to acquire the journals that they were looking for from the recent auction, that we would let them have them to read. But unfortunately, that didn't happen because of the attack. But we know that they hold some importance to the Imperium. So the fact that they've now got them is very concerning.
Is there anything more in this tower that you need? Or stay by?
I mean, it's just a pile of rubble now. We can't even ascend the stairs to the top. And as you look, it is literally just the base of the tower with the stairs that go up probably 10 steps, and then everything else is gone.
Make who and what you can and head down into the town. There will be another wave sometime this evening.
Oh, well, that's reassuring. But yes, I will head down, and she goes down on her own because she's the only one left.
Sonny?
Yeah,
I put her on the bears. Keep an eye on her.
I will do.
Take it.
Runs along to find them, and she does shout the bears' names as she sees them heading down the slope. And there's a brief little interaction between Sunny and the bears. The bears 3 times taller than Sunny now.
She's going to have the best. Her 6th birthday is next week. She's going to have like the best present. Next week. I've just decided.
No, that's fair.
And then
No beach episode. It's going to be Sunny's birthday.
I mean, if we need an excuse.
Sunny's birthday on the beach with the panto. Anyway,
Hope you like your beach episode smelling like burning corpses.
Yay!
the graveyard where I had sent Brahm and his mother.
cool. As you begin heading over there, you get the message from Ember to say all of that really quickly at you.
Fantastic. Is there
Corby just gives you a little peck on the head.
is there a reply function on this thing?
Nope.
Corby does a little dance.
I'm gonna.
Corby just kind of like
I can multitask. I'm just going to scroll a note going. Perry somewhere. War on our side now. Brahm looking for Perry. Come to graveyard. Greta okay? And then just tie a note to take this. I guess. Ember? Still Ember?
boop boop.
Okay, Ember is safe. The others?
Boop boop.
Sure. Okay, go. Thank you, Kovu. Thank you.
Peck peck.
Let's go. I also just want to do a scan of anything dangerous that we may have missed, unexploded, anything that may have been just more explosion-y.
Make me a perception check, please. We will just finish this bit, then come to Bran, then we're going to go to break.
Ooh, that's a natural 18 plus a perception, which is 24.
As you begin running towards the graveyard, where the Church of Balance has collapsed, the area where the pits is quite visible now. The entranceway to the pits and part of the tent has been crushed under rubble. There's been a full cave-in, and you know that there were people in there.
I'll not do anything about that by myself. Is it on the way, or can I?
You'd have to deviate to go there instead of going to the graveyard.
How long would that take me?
Not that long, to be fair. It's just at the end of the courtyard of the church, and the graveyard is the other side of the church. So, 10 minutes.
I'm gonna speed run.
Yeah, you speed run to the entranceway, or what was once the entranceway of the pits. You can see there's a couple of bodies laying under the rubble, unmoving. But you can hear the sounds of coughing and people, like flesh on stone, as people are smacking on the inside. There are people trapped inside there.
Hello, are you alive?
Just about. It'd be very handy if somebody could get us out of here.
Fantastic. I'm gonna move. I can't stay, but I'm gonna send people to you.
Okay, please, just let people know that we're here. I'd rather not be left in a cave to die.
You won't be. I'm gonna move one rock, like whatever the biggest rock that has, just to give some more airflow in there. I can't take it all apart, but I can give them more air.
You pull one rock away, and it does sort of open up a little space that you can see through various different rocks and all that. You can just see a little face pop up in the other end. Broken glasses, sort of hair that's all over, was probably once kept upright, but is now all over the place, as Sharon, the quartermaster, is there, and she's like, right, good to see you, Hera. If you could, yes, please send. There's a couple more of us in here. There are quite a few gladiators as well that need help, and you just watch as from behind, out of the shadows, comes this long, angelic, flowing hair, as this gladiator, sort of Johnny Cage style, kicks into the wall, and the wall shakes.
Okay. I move one more rock and go, okay, I'm regrouping, and I'll send people to you. I promise. Here's more air. I gotta go to get you the people.
Okay, thank you. And you run off towards the graveyard, where we're going to come to Bram. Bram, what did you roll? Did you roll perception or investigation?
I went for passive perception. It's a 13. I rolled badly. After all that, 13 as Bram stands there in full detective mode and went, I think there's been a murder. As I look over at the dead Reaver, I'm like, Also, the scared is like, yeah. I'm like, not now. This is not the moment.
One thing I will give you with the 13, every single grave that you have come across, something has come out of every single grave.
The dead walketh. Right.
Most
Every
alarming,
single grave.
every single grave.
Yeah.
The single grave.
Yeah, I even sort of, Bram's also like, yeah, I go look at Kimdak's wife's grave.
It is empty, as are the Lighthoof's graves. And that is where we're going to go to break. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We're going to go have a quick short rest. I mean, we, as the players, are the characters, maybe not quite yet, but we will be back in a moment where we will see what the players decide to do. So do join us in a little bit. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. We have had our short rests, and we are going to dive straight back into the second half of today's session. In the first half, our group are kind of recouping from the... well, some of them are recouping from the fight that has just taken place, the Battle of Merkstead, as it will be known in many years to come, as we saw at the beginning of the episode. Greta was saved from a pile of rubble with a combined effort from Udric and Ember, along with Lilly as well. They all helped to save Lilly. Vanek had a brief conversation with Udric about some personal matters that were going on, and Hera, Visania, as some people know her, Hera, had a heart-to-heart conversation with Sunny about everything that has happened, and Bram made his way into the graveyard, realised that all of the graves had been risen, and that's where we had ended. But we also found out that Perry has been being guided off up into the mountains with Kimdak. Kimdak is basically letting Perry know what to expect when they get up there, and that he doesn't feel that his people are actually listening to him. And a little bit of the origins of the Reavers was also explained, but there was also a bit of a headbutting competition between the two of them, as Kimdak tried to put on a bit of a show, and Perry rightfully retaliated. And I think a level of respect may have been earned between the two, at least on Kimdak's side anyway. So from the repeated headbutts, but yeah, we are going to come back into it. Basically, where we ended off with Bram, you realising that the Lighthouse graves are empty, as well as the grave that you've seen Kimdak come to pretty frequently.
I look at my assistant, who is my mother, who is still very much tied up, just around her hands. So it does seem that this necromancer rose everyone in town, including Kimdak's wife. Now, did you get a chance to talk to Kimdak?
I spoke to him briefly. He's very adamant that the way to resurrect her is inside of the temple, and she notices the Lighthouse graves as well, and you watch as her eyes change colour from the purplish. They've still got the purple hue to it, but it's like flames, just like she's just entered a rage.
Okay. Oh, stay with me, Ma. Stay focused. I'm as furious as you are. They're gonna pay. They're gonna. I found the little carving you left for them. That was good. That was good of you to. It's a real mess, Ma. It's a real mess, and now Perry's gone. I think Bram, having looked around and been going, well, there's one dead Reaver, skeletons, but there's not like a ton of like carved up people. And it's like, whatever happened, I don't know if Perry went willing or not, but she obviously didn't. She didn't massacre them all, or they just decided to drag off their bodies and just left this poor sod.
You can see the mausoleum that you saw Kimdak go into before. Well.
Look here. So Perry's either being kidnapped or is sort of like thinks. No, I don't think she would turn coat. There are various.
No.
Yeah.
The peripateer that I knew would never turn coat. The peripateer I knew would also not allow themselves to get kidnapped. So
she's working a scam of some sort, and I don't know if we should just let her. Yeah. Oh well, we'll tell the others. This is worrying. This is very, very worrying. But from what we've picked up, Kimdak's main concern seemed to be bringing back his wife, and I guess possibly maybe she's up, maybe she's fine, maybe she's like me and just walking around.
But that isn't the way that he wanted it to happen. He wanted her brought back to life, not unlife.
He killed me 5 years ago. He drove a knife into my chest and threw me off the cliff.
That bastard.
Yeah.
I should burn him from the inside out.
Bram, sort of like, again, still got the sort of the darker eyes. Yeah, Bram also very conflicted because he's justice now, but he wants his revenge. I was kind of hoping you would be a guiding hand for me, Ma, but I think we're probably going to be a bad influence on each other.
Probably. Maybe the
Yeah.
fact that his wife seems to have been brought back to unlife, maybe that is a punishment for him. She smirks like
Well.
that.
Oh, Bram's trying not to curve into this. Yeah, I think we need to... there's no more undead in the graveyard, is there, Josh? All the skeletons are...
No, you don't hear you don't hear the chattering of teeth, and you are not deafened by being in their presence.
Imagine trying to have this conversation. It's like, I think there's been a necromancer.
Could you just give us a minute?
I'm trying to have a reunion. I miss my wife. Shut it.
I'm over here, darling. Same pile of bones. Anyway,
Oh, I'm glad that the skeletons found each other again. That's a little bit of joy. I think this is sort of the point where I've clocked the mausoleum. I know, sort of like look up into the mountain, right? Right. Okay. So, what to do? I think if you're okay, we'll take you back to town. We have to work out who's survived, of course. As I said, any information you've got that we can use. I think people were saying that there might be another attack coming later. You know anything about that?
Grand Priest of Balance is bringing reinforcements. His intention was to go to Ostragos and make a deal with the nobles there in a bid to offer them power in the new imperial regime. And so they giving him control of their army, and that will be coming and attacking Merkstead, yes.
Right, and they burnt the church down, so that's a big step.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna head back to. I'm gonna stay with you, Ma. I'll keep an eye on you. Okay.
Okay.
Sort of nervously sort of go over and then sort of just rest my head slightly on her shoulder, just like.
Tippy toes to rest your head on her shoulder.
Yeah, no, she's a tall lady. Yeah, yeah. It's good to see you. I'm glad. A lot's happened. I can catch you up on, but it's good to see you.
I'm glad to be back. As you see, Visania running into the graveyard.
Stop changing location!
I've been here the entire time.
I can see your intentions.
How dare you? How dare you look at my intentions? Right, what's the buzz? What do we need to do?
So just definitely they took the Boss Savannah, took the journals.
Oh.
Have you seen word of Perry?
Dead. I think Perry. Well, according to Ma, Perry's not one. Perry's gone. I think Perry's gone into the mountains, possibly with Kimdak. But, and I think because we're standing there, the graves, all the dead of this town have risen, including Kimdak's wife, and also my aunt and uncle. So that's going to be a fun fight. Hopefully not, but yeah.
We need to send someone up to the pits. The gladiators are buried there.
Right.
Some are dying, and they'll be need to be taken care of. And why is this accent coming from? I've been listening to Ember too long today.
I know it's a movable thing. We're all just using odd voices.
Hush. And from a resource. And you, if you ever come anywhere near my daughter again with harm in your eyes, I don't harm prisoners, not anymore. But you will wish that I did.
She doesn't reply to you, she just bows her head at you.
Anyway.
Right, so we need to go get the gladiators out. Is that the priority, boss?
One who's good at dismantling. Grand Priest is coming.
Yeah.
And probably someone needs to go and yell at my brother.
I mean, do you need to go? Wait, we probably should go talk to the others and see who's around.
Yeah, fine. Oh, Greta's fine. She's good.
Good. No, I'm glad. you know. So where was she? You probably don't know that. No, good. I'm glad she's okay.
Just chuck him over the back of the head a little.
Ow. No, I am glad. We probably should secure that door. Go over to the mausoleum. Is there a way of us just barricading that entrance, Josh?
It's one of those doors that's got the sort of handles on the front that you could like slide a bit of wood in. It would open inwards, so yeah, sliding a bit of wood there would stop anybody from opening it from the other side. It looks like it's some sort of family tomb, so...
And is it like a wooden door? It's not like bars or...
Oddly enough, it's very decrepit, like it's very old. It's a very old mausoleum. The doors are actually quite fancy. They are metal doors, basically. So you could get a bit of beam or a bit of wood or a weapon or something and put that across when you shut the doors, so that'd be easy enough to do.
What about a strength 25 axe?
I mean... I looked at Mar and I'm like... Yeah, that probably... Sorry. You know what? No, I'm not sorry. There we go. I'll probably hold it for a bit. Does she look annoyed at that, or is she just like, yeah?
No, she's not reacting to anything.
And because that's not a family weapon. That looks like Imperium tech, right?
Oh yes, definitely. That looks. In fact, to Vesania, that looks not. It's not the exact weapon that your brother used, because he was more I was about to say God of War then, the previous Horseman of War. He was more partial to a greatsword, but the engravings on the hammer match one that you did see in the Imperial capital in the Horseman Tower in the armory.
Do not. I'm temporarily mad for my daughter. Who is... Oh, do you remember Malak and Jessen? Oh,
Yes, I adventured with them back in the day.
she was theirs first.
Right.
But, look. I was a horseman myself. You know this. For a very long time. It feels like I grew up there. You get it. They do things to your brain. It doesn't get better, but it gets capable.
You were one of the first of the new generation.
The tone setter for all who would come after.
Sort of bows her head, doesn't say much more to that.
Let's go fix your reputation by going and fixing this mess.
Yeah, let's get it. Just sort of tap my knuckle on the door. Well, Perry, best of luck to you. I'm coming to get you in a bit. Come on, let's go.
Awesome. We will switch over to Ember, Lilly, and Udric, who are still in the Lighthoof shop, as Corvu reaches you with the note from Vesania.
I don't know where Visania and Brahm are going, because we're about to be told to meet them in the graveyard.
You are gonna interconnect with each other, because there's only one way to get to the graveyard, so you're not going to run past each other. That would be hilarious, but that's not going to happen.
No, we're running along the cliffs, and they're just like, they're down there.
Good. So as Corvu arrives, we'll sort of relay to everyone. Are we done here? Should we regroup? Miss Lighthoof, do you wish to come with us?
No, I'm gonna get myself sorted. It's fine. I'll look after Miss Lighthoof, and we will. I'll take her to the infirmary, make sure that everybody's okay there, and we'll make sure that the injured are getting looked at. But you all go do what you need to do. Thank you for your assistance.
The dragon root that you were after.
Thank you. I can't do anything with it right now, but come and see me in. Looks at sort of around 5 to 10 business weeks. I might be back up and running again.
think the problem that was supposed to sort for me will be dealt with one way or another by then. Never mind.
I'm sorry. If I could, I would help you sooner.
Me.
Well, I think, yeah, Elodie would have been sweeter about it, but Ember is just too business and just sort of nods and clocks the other two. Are you ready to go?
Almost. Udric will look to Miss Faction and looks over at some of the kind of plants on the floor. Is going to kind of manipulate his hand, and a plant grows, and then these kind of purple, kind of ether-colored berries, like blackberries, kind of, but ether-colored, just kind of start sprouting. That is me casting Goodberry. Take these. I've tried to put some healing power in there. Hopefully those will set anyone who's not looking right.
She smiles at that. Thank you, Udric. That would be most helpful. Please, would you require taking any for yourselves?
Honestly, either we're going to keel over or we won't at this point.
Thank you. She'll take a handful of them, and with Greta sort of arm over her shoulder and using the stick, she hands her staff over to Greta to use as a way to move. They begin slowly making their way out, and you can... What's your passive perception, Lily? It's really low, isn't it?
Rubbish, yeah.
Mine's 15.
9. So with your 15, Udric, you just hear as they walk out, Greta goes, for some reason the new member of the group was being really off with me for a second there. I don't understand why. As they sort of walk off, leaving you in the rubble. What would you like to do?
Is the Goggle Springs lady still there? It's occurred to me that they were supposed to come over to Greta's, and that giant mech suit might have been quite useful for lifting the rocks, but never mind.
You can hear them laughing as they are picking themselves out of the rubble of the Shady Gull.
There's no time for this. I also saw there's been a collapse near the Colosseum. Can you go help them?
Right. They sort of jetpack up in that direction.
Hopefully they actually help this time. Right, to the graveyard.
If you say so.
Okay.
We'll head off.
Cool. And it will be at this point that both of your parties will meet up. Before that, though, we will come back to Peripatea. Perry, we are going to have a bit of a time skip. Most of the... it's probably been about an hour at this point for you, so if you'd like to take a short rest during this time, feel free to. But you are getting close to the entranceway to the camp now. You can start to see there are fortifications and everything that have been set up this sort of deep slope that leads up to the crest of the mountain. And where there are few trees here, you can see that fortifications with spikes on them and everything have been set up, little nests in trees where archers are basically, if anybody was going to attack, they are prepared for an attack. At this point, you can turn around, and this is the general meeting point of two different ways to get into the mountains. One being the graveyard, and the other one probably being the main way, which would be the way near the pits.
Okay. At some point during the journey, when we're taking a short rest, I would like to have asked Kimmy specifically for like a general layout so I don't get lost. Also, where Jessen might be, and Savannah's conduit, if they're not the same person.
Cool. So, he'll say to you, right, so Jessen is in one... He doesn't say the name. Do you say the name, or do you just say the...
I say the name Jessen.
Oh, you say the name Jessen. Oh, right. Yeah, the Angel Blessed that we've got prisoner, she would be in the general prison area, but in a sort of additional cage so that the others can't get to her. She not only is she meant to be one of the sources of blood for Angel Blessed and Fiend Fallen, but she's also been a food source for Savannah. She's been feeding off of her life energy.
Yeah, way worse than death. You told me before. Why? Quickly. Why are you calling her the Angel Blessed? You knew her. You were on the team with her.
This is true, but
What, you just washed your hands of the barest sense of humanity?
I went down a dark path. I'm not going to ask for any sort of forgiveness or ask for any sort of understanding on that. So
You're not going to get anybody, but now that you are making solid steps towards something better, you could use her bloody name and give her the respect that she deserves.
you're
My
right,
God.
Jessen.
There you go. Was that so hard?
It's hard to... No, Josh can't say that. What he was going to say.
Not the time. Not the time.
No. Josh was going to say it's hard to beat the dick out of people, but that's not the right phrasing for that sentence. So
What a very odd thing to say after
I don't
being
know why I
scolded
would
like
say
that.
it that way.
I
It's
think
hard.
you'll know why.
It's hard to beat the arsehole out of someone.
Even that.
I'm trying to have a moment here. Jesus.
Sorry.
We're doing the big acting.
It's hard. It's hard not to be me.
Yeah, well, you could at least, well, we're trying to be a better version of you, yeah?
Yeah. Let's try. Let's do better than try. Let's do. Layout. When you enter into the main camp area, you've got this fortifications and everything around here. When you get into the main camp, the temple is about 100 feet away from the entrance. On the left-hand side of the camp as you walk in is where the general prison is. Takes up quite a large area. It's near the cliff edge. On the right-hand side is where all the living quarters are. Is where most of the tents and everything are for. It's sort of structured in a hierarchy sort of system. There's some lots of wooden structures and things that have been built to allow for more space for people to live up here and to keep the temple area as open as possible. The general grounds itself, like the general footpath and everything between the prison cell and the cages, the prison cell and the temple entrance is pretty open. As soon as you get out of the cages, you're going to be able to make an exit pretty quickly. The thing that you're going to have to contend with is going to be all of the people around here, and he's gesturing to the people that are defending the entrance to the fortification as you're beginning to make your way up. He's whispering this to you so they don't hear.
Has my count of people gone up?
Count of people going to Merkstead finished, but recounting people that you're seeing on the fortifications, it's probably 15 to 20 people here. You're not 100% sure because there's a couple of people up in the nests in the trees and you can't quite see how many people are actually up there. You get like the odd person in this nest here and then maybe one in another tree over there, but you can't quite see all of them.
Good to know.
And he...
Oh, yeah. Do we get there? Sorry, back to the bit that you said at the beginning.
Yeah, so he will begin leading you up the ramp, and he gives you... It is a very plain description of the layout. It seems to be rather simple. He does say that there's lots of high fences all the way around the structure. There are a couple of key holes in the fences and things that you could probably slip out of. He found those when he realised that the sparrows had been in the camp, but he chose not to block them up yet. So if he points, he doesn't point out where they are, but he tells you where they are. So one is you would need to run to where the resting area is, where everybody sleeps, the accommodations, there we go. Go underneath that scaffolding area, and then you'll find a hole in the fence that you'll be able to sneak out of. That does mean that you will have to cross over open ground to get there, though, from the prison.
I make a note of the places, trying my best to hold everything in my brain, which is very easily distracted, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying to focus.
But he leads you inside the camp, and as soon as he leads in, or just before you enter into the gate, you feel this sort of rush of wind, and you see this sickly green light come across the sky, and then something smashes into the ground on the inside of the camp. And as you are led in, you can see coming out of this brilliant green sickly light is Sylvana, who is dusting herself off with a big smirk on her face and 2 journals under her arm. Ah, Kimdak, it's good to see. Oh, hello there, Peripatea.
Hello there, Savannah. Got something for me?
Oh, no, I've got nothing for you, darling. Have you got anything for me?
Just this, and I spit in her face.
Oh. Oh. She looks towards you, and you watch as this like light glow begins to form under her cheeks, and she begins to go to say a word, but then stops herself. Not yet. Not yet. Right, well done, Kindak, for capturing Peripatea. I never thought it possible. I suppose we best stick her in the holding cells with the rest of them. Then you watch as another figure comes flying in and lands next to Savannah. Sort of brushes off some bite marks that are on her shoulder and looks over, and you can see, like looking in an undead reflection of your former self, and she locks eyes with you and gives you the widest of eyes. Is this a gift, Mother? Do I get to consume her now? No, darling. No, hold yourself. What have I always taught you? Play with our food. Yes, okay, yes, all right.
Wow, Savannah, this relationship is so creepy. I mean, I didn't know you wanted to be my mother so bad. It's really embarrassing for you.
Furrows her brow a bit, and that same magic begins to fester in her mouth again. No, I will contain it. I will not kill you just yet. Words have power. Words can kill.
I just need to find the right combination to make you die of embarrassment. I've got you.
Kimdak put her in the cell. I'll be along shortly to feed on you. I'm getting a bit peckish. And my current food source is a bit boring.
Sorry.
That's right.
It's okay, you back fast.
It's so polite now.
It makes sense that you interrupted what she said, so carry on.
No cage can hold Peripatea. I will get out, and I will lay waste to everyone in this temple vicinity. You mark my words.
It's
I
also
say
worth
more
when
convincingly than
your
that.
hands are tied, so you are gesturing, just like that.
I'm struggling to understand which one of us is going to die of embarrassment. Okay, whatever you say, dearie. Please, Kimdak, get rid of her. Yes, he says through gritted teeth as he gives your chain a yank and pulls you in the direction of the cell.
I'm going to kill her, but not before I have made her lose her composure.
Kimdak sort of puts you in the cell and shuts the door. He doesn't communicate anymore with you in a we're friends manner, it's or allies manner, but he treats you more like a prisoner of war. So he sort of throws you into the cage, gives you a brief look back, shuts it and locks it, and then walks off.
Well, that's part one done. I turn around and assess who's in here. Is Tally in here?
Tally is in here with you. Tally and Lilly would have got up here a little bit sooner than you did. Lilla's not in here. You can see that there are 2 additional cages within this big cage. One of them has got a figure that is slumped up against the back wall. Long black hair that's over their face, very sort of gaunt in appearance. Probably Jessin. You sort of recognise some of the features. You sort of recognise her ears and things from your previous life. But she doesn't look too well. A lot of her... One of the things that we've sort of established with Angel Blessed is that your hair is normally perfect, and hers is matted, but as she looks up through the hair, you can see her, what would have been her golden eyes are sort of greyed over, and her skin is wrinkled. She looks very, very old, but her hair looks the same.
I will first go over to Tally. Just be like, hey, Tally, you doing all right?
I'm worried about Lilla. It's good that you're here. Is there anything you can do?
Oh,
When
yeah.
are the others coming?
Oh, I've got no idea. They were still fighting upstairs by the time I got down here. But listen, there is a semblance of a plan. We're going to get... Kimmy is going to hold off on, the whole thing. Piggy promised.
Are you sure you can trust him?
About 60%. So
Right. Okay.
we have keys to get out. He gave me keys to get out of here. So, but please, keep the hush-hush. You're going to need... I know you've been retired from combat for some time, but you're going to need something like that to help get to Lilla.
To get my daughter back, I will slaughter every fucker in this camp.
Right, because it turns out their accommodations are completely wooden, so, we can set fire to that and bish, bash, bosh. But first, I need to go speak to Jessin, okay? So I need you to hold fort, and then in 15 minutes, when they've got uncomfortable, we can strike, okay?
Jessin's here? I thought Jessin died.
Yeah, I'm not really sure on the whole timeline. She's, I think, over there. Give me a minute, okay?
Okay.
I go over in the gentlest possible way. I kind of crouch down and just go, Jessin?
The eyes look up, or you see one eye look at you through the hair, and you just see the weakest of nods come through. You hear the chains rattling. You can see that she is chained from her wrists up to the wall, and there's a chain around her neck as well, and there's one around her leg.
There, angel tits. Bet you didn't think you'd see me again, but I'm here for you, okay? And other reasons, but also for you.
You hear a chuckle and then a cough come through the cage.
You recognize me? Do you remember me?
Shakes her head,
Reptile.
But- then nods. There was only one person that ever called her angel tits.
Okay. Can I reach her?
Not from where you're currently stood. If you were to get into the other cage, which isn't locked, you could probably reach her hand.
I'll guard the door.
Okay.
I go in and I reach her hand, I give it a squeeze, and I give it a cure wounds. No, a healing hands, which isn't going to do much, psychologically, but maybe it will help a little bit.
Yeah. Some of the cuts and scrapes, the initial puncture wound that is required in order for Savannah to suck the life energy out, you can see that heal up. You can see that's just on, you can see a little bit of blood stains on her shirt that she's wearing, and that begins to heal up a little bit. It doesn't restore any of her vitality to her or anything, and doesn't decrease her aging. She still looks probably like she's in her late 90s, early 100s. She looks very decrepit.
So, Josh,
Yes.
what I was thinking was I have a moustache of disguise.
Yes, you do.
I would like to try and figure out a way to get the disguise on Jessin so she can turn into a rat or an ant, because there's a polymorph once a day, and give her instructions on how to get out and get to the others.
She seems coherent enough to talk to you, So if you wanted to do that, you could.
Absolutely. Okay, so Justin, I have, it's going to sound weird, a moustache of disguise that will let you turn into a small creature. And then I have directions to get you out of here and to go talk to the others in town so we can get more people down here. How does that sound to you?
She looks quizzical at you because you just said a moustache of disguise. So she looks a bit weirded out at that, but the idea of escape brings a glint to her eye.
Okay. That's good. We need to figure out a way to get moustache on you. Additionally, like squeeze my hand in yes, no's, or Morse code. I don't know Morse code. I can learn. But you're linked to Savannah. If you break for it, is Savannah immediately going to know?
You get a half squeeze, as if she's not sure.
Well, trying is better than not, right?
It gives you a squeeze for yes.
Excellent. Okay. How am I going to get a moustache on you? Go back in and whisper to Tali. This is all very hush-hush. I'm being as quiet as I can be. Occasionally just being like, let me out, to keep up a little bit of pretense. Not trying to draw anyone specifically. Tali, you don't know any magic, do you?
Unfortunately not, no, but I could get a stick.
Oh, are there sticks in here?
I reckon, yeah, she goes out of the cage, sort of kicks the dirt a little bit. Found one.
Okay. This is going to be a very delicate operation. And I would like to try balancing the moustache of disguise on a stick and try and poke it up onto Justin's lip. This is a very silly thing for a very serious operation.
Yeah, make me a sleight of hand check, please.
Okay, you all remember the scene in The Great Escape, right? The putting the moustaches on.
18.
18, right. Yes, so we are going to, before that happens, we are going to go back down to the others back in Merkstead as you have all seemingly come together on the slope that leads up to the third tier. Some of you were making your way to the graveyard, others were making your way down towards the main area, but you all bump into each other because there's not really much way for you to run past each other.
Wait. Oh, you're here.
Otto?
So quickly, school, we've got the people out. Wizard's Tower, Vez can talk about. This is O'Brenna. This is my ma. She's technically my prisoner. Perry. Perry seems to have gone with Kimdak, but we think in a discover information rather than turncoat, not in her style. How things down below?
Savannah came and took Perry's books to probably the hideout, if not... Hopefully the hideout, and not another third location.
Savannah is here as well.
Savannah is here as well. We didn't get to the tower in time. Because of this one.
Also, other reavers and skeletons. I mean, let's not instantly point fingers.
I am pointing fingers, and I am allowed to point fingers for another... What's the sun? 30 minutes.
And I shall point a finger at you, but also fair. Yeah.
We fought some skeletons. No, we didn't fight skeletons. We fought some undead. We fought some Imperial soldiers. Valak was able to alter the aether composition in the undead. The undead are reborn.
Now, is that what happened?
You were there, Udric?
Yeah, doesn't mean I understand the science.
Oh.
It was amazing.
They are as they were. Well, not quite. They are... The body is dead, the mind is recovered.
Right.
Rodney.
Rodney?
Rodney has returned.
Oh.
That was in the message that I sent you, Visenya.
Yes, but I didn't know returned.
They're doing
Fighting
stuff.
fit.
doing stuff and jumping and. Woof.
It was a very fast message.
Well, I had a lot to convey.
Yeah.
Greta
I got
was...
points, but not the nuance.
My apologies. Greta was injured, but is doing well. Udric has healed her.
That is not okay. You said she was okay. That's not okay.
Oh, she's fine.
Sorry. Yeah. No. Good. So she's all right.
She's alive and recovering.
Good. That's
And furious, but we
yeah,
reassured
no.
her that Oro was all right.
Yeah. No. We got Oro out there. They're on the way there to the rendezvous. Oh. The dead walk, as you know. All the graves are empty, including my aunt, my uncle, and also Kimdak's wife.
So they will also be returned.
Blinks. Interesting.
Or skeletons, depending on the level of composition.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's not going to be so much of a bargaining chip if we would get, because we know Kimdak wanted to bring his wife back, and I guess his wife is back. So I suppose that's. Oh, also the pit. We need to.
I saw it. I did a little scout in the sky.
Yeah.
I have sent the Goggle Springs ladies and their giant mech over there.
Of course you have.
It was
I don't
really
know
cool.
the word mech. Suit of armor.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, someone has to go and. I mean, Perry can handle it himself, but there's Kimdak and Savannah and Mortigan and all of their prisoners, and someone has to go.
My shadow is up there.
And your shadow, but there's also the church are coming in the next few hours, and they'll be doing it again.
Why? If Savannah is here, if Savannah has taken the books, the things that she needs, if Kimdak's plans have been ruined, the Imperium came here as a part of the deal with Savannah? Or Kimdak?
Well, Savannah, as far as I can tell, and using Kimdak, but a Brenner might know a little bit more up to date than I do.
Why is the church coming?
To take over the town.
Why?
The Church of Balance in this town is one of the places that is doesn't fall in line with the Grand Priest's tenets. So they are to be purified and re-established in his light, in the Imperium's light.
The Imperium does not have reach in the area around Merkstead.
They will do soon.
This territorial grab does not make sense. They've skipped over a whole chunk of the middle of the continent to come here. Is it because of the ruins?
It is because of the ruins, and it's also because of the untapped potential in this part of the country, this part of the continent. There's a whole city of undead that got pushed back during the Rising.
Not here.
Not
South.
here, no, but imagine all of those undead that were pushed back, infused with the technology that Mortigan has, and then re-unleashed on the continent in a second Rising. Nobody would stand a chance. The Imperium would control everywhere but the desert.
I can't imagine the Queen of Abercathis would be comfortable with that.
Just think about your experiments. It's... If you have something that is usable, but with potential to be even better later on, you don't touch it yet. You let it stay, you let it grow. And when the time is right, you then go and control it.
What do you think Savannah's been doing for the past 10 years?
Waiting. Controlling.
Exactly.
Right.
The personification of death. There's something else as well that you should all be aware of. There is, from my understanding, there is a relic inside of the temple up there. I don't know the exact functionality of it. All I know is that there are 2 other relics that have been retrieved by the Imperium. One is called the Dragon Heart, and the other is called the Undying Circlet. The Undying Circlet is controlled by Zavanna and is what allows her to raise and control the dead. The Dragon Heart is not actually a dragon's heart, but it is the size of one, and it allows its user to manipulate the land around them, not to great scale, but large enough. Would allow a farmer to flatten trees in his local vicinity to make more crops, to have more crop fields. It would allow miners to dig through a mine, but my understanding is whatever the item is that is inside the temple amplifies both of their effects.
Whose blood do they need to open the door?
I
think it's the one in between the Angel Blessed and the Fallen, right? That's what we've been told.
As far as I'm aware, they need an Angel Blessed and a Fiend Fallen to bleed on the altar at the temple.
Each.
Yes. And then the energies that the magics that produces is fed into the conduit, the one that stands between, like you said, and then the magical energy that bursts from them will open the door. If not done right, or if too much power is put into them, it will kill the host.
Who's the conduit that they have? Do you know?
We were told one of our targets was a young dwarven girl by the name of Lilly, I believe.
Okay.
I assume none of us have seen Lilly.
Slight retcon to that. She would know exactly who Lilly is because it is Tally's daughter.
Yeah.
It is Lilly.
None of you down the bottom saw Lilly, right? Or Tally? Or I suppose Solomon hasn't turned up, hasn't bothered. Right.
I will say... Oh no, Perry was the only one that saw them.
Yeah, we were busy at the school.
You were busy.
Yeah.
So you got me.
To Brenna, do you know anything of Solomon, what he's been up to?
I have not seen Solomon since I arrived back in the town.
So he is not working at the temple then?
I assumed that he was in his mercenary company. I mean, I know it's rubble at the moment. But
Ali is either taken Lilly and Devon and gone into hiding, or
sorry, Udric?
We can't assume that they're safe. We must assume that they are not.
What are we doing? Are we doing a prison break? If they're up there, then... Also, Perry. Also, we have to worry, like, the way I'm looking at it, like, we've got Perry and we've got Lilly and Tally to worry about, and then also the clergy's going to turn up. The head priestess is dead. Was killed in the attack.
Yeah.
The church is burnt.
What I do not understand is if they already have this artifact, the Dragon Heart, that can raise the land, why are they even bothering to attack? They clearly don't care about the civilians here. Otherwise, they would not be attacking them. This is not a political takeover. They could just destroy it. They had a dragon. They've exploded all the buildings. They could have come in with complete destruction, completely razed the place to the ground. It makes no sense.
I think you underestimate the levels of sheer sadism some of these people have.
Why bring in a new leader of the church when there are no sheep left in your flock? If we hadn't intervened, these townsfolk would have been murdered. You would have murdered them. Looking at Brenna.
Yeah, it is disgusting but simple. as Vesania is well aware, the Imperium is suffering from major overpopulation. The plan is for the Imperium to alpha strike and take as much land as they can from the main continent and free up homes, villages, towns, to allow their people to live here, and that means removing the people that currently live here. The deal that was struck with Ostragos was to leave Ostragos alone.
It's not the people, it's the power. And the statement it takes the people are inconsequential. But establishing yourself as a power means that you do what you can with it. We do it to ourselves quite often enough.
It's also down to ego as well. The Tarragon Imperium is the oldest of the known powers in our area, in the vicinity of Idorune. It's even older than the Dimigan Empire, and over the years it has slowly dwindled and dwindled down to the Terran Isles. This is an ego push for them to reclaim territory that they once held thousands of years ago.
Wow.
I'm just saying I would have done it completely differently and it would have been actually effective, but...
No, you logically would have started with the West Coast.
You did start with the West Coast. We still hold Halbeck, and we are pushing into the northern part of Idorune. The only way for us to get into the southern part, where we are currently, was to make an alliance with Savannah to allow our forces to have her forces join ours and attack from this side. We couldn't attack through the marshland, and we certainly couldn't attack through the desert, as you said before, gesturing towards you, Ember. The Queen of Abacath is a power unto herself, and not one that we can tackle from the seas. It would be one that we'd have to tackle from this kingdom. This kingdom that hasn't had a ruler for 10 years, so has been an outlawed land for that period of time. The people of Ostragos did not send any emissaries out to regain control of the towns and cities. Everywhere has governed themselves. The fact that Merkstead was the most civilized of these places, which is a testament to your mayor and the people that you have here, is a threat to the Imperium, one that needs to be snuffed out. And they know who the mayor is here. So this is why so much resources have been diverted towards here. Plus, having control of the temple at the top of the mountain is a priority as well.
The reason why Sonny and I, once we knew that Solomon was coming his way down here, we stayed, not just after crossing the border. This is surrounded by wild people, but vaguely civilized.
Right.
Good for me.
Did you say something there, Nat? Because I didn't pick you up.
I just said, so what do we do?
Ah, there we go.
Right. So, definite attack coming. I think we also need to work out what forces we've got. If we can get those gladiators out, I mean they're combative. They're like performative fighters, but they're still fighters. That might be useful.
My dad's here.
What? What do you mean?
My dad could help. He knows about the heart and stuff too.
When did your dad get here?
He just arrived.
Who was your father?
Our dad's
A
like
really giant dragony man.
he's like he was the former mayor. He's an adventurer. He's yeah.
Possibly what Perry is.
You did not put that in my list of details and planning.
I didn't know he'd get here on time. He swam. He's a really good swimmer.
What do you mean he swam? The sea's
where?
haunted.
He swam.
Okay, add that to the list. The swimming dragons here.
I swam from the north as
Gee!
he appears behind all of you with Merida.
Sorted immediately out.
Where's my dad?
Hello, sir. Well, Ram, pleasure. Oh, I took care of your daughter, Lily. She's been a pleasure. Good to see you.
I've heard all about you, and as he grabs your hand, you can feel him crushing it.
No. Like an anime, I'm just like, why is everyone mad at me? As I just disappear into shadows. Right. Hello, Madam Mayor.
It's good to see that you're all still alive.
Yeah.
Where is Peripatea?
She has gone into the mountains, we think, with Kim Dak.
Reckless, but also smart.
Perry.
May have also taken hostages, which another reason why Perry may have gone back to them, if so.
We've not been able to locate Tally or Lilla, so I would assume that they've taken them as well. There are a couple of other people that are missing. There is an architect that is missing. Evelyn, her name is. We've not been able to find her anywhere. Her husband's been looking for her.
Right.
She the person that Lucian knew. We met her briefly before we left.
Okay. Lucian is another person that we cannot find. We've not seen Lucian at all, not even during the fighting.
Oh.
That could mean that he wasn't in Merkstead when the fighting started, though.
I mean, I don't think... Oh, well, the point to the three of us, we hadn't seen Lucian in before quite a while.
Well, we haven't been here.
Yeah.
Udric, Lily, when did you last see him?
I've never met him.
Right.
It's been a very long time. He was looking after his friend in the hospital. We even tried to talk to them, see if they knew where he was, but they just said that he had his own agenda that he was carrying out.
Right. So I think, like we said, we can't, like Udric said, we can't make assumptions. But I think we need to assume Lucian's not a piece in this game at the moment. But basically, we're trying to work. We've been informed that there's going to be a second attack in the next few hours. We also want to get our friend back, but then again, Perry, as I said, Perry's obviously got her own plan, and we don't want to step on that. So, but they might need our help.
Peripatea is strong, one of the strongest out of all of us. One of the most respected and most feared of the Titans, which is why so many restrictions were put on them.
Right.
You really need to tell me about the Titan stuff, Dad. I need catching up on that part, please.
A conversation for another time, daughter.
I think I'm quietly leaning to Lily and go, "Baby Titan." Just point at her. Baby Titan. Yeah. So
Peripatea is always rushed into things.
yeah.
Most of the time it has worked, but I fear that they may be in over their head this time. Support
Their
would
head,
be...
then what chance do the rest of us have?
I mean, we can't just leave them, right? We're a team.
They have Tally and Lilla, but potentially Evelyn. I know that they have Jessin, and I've been meaning to rescue her for as soon as I found out she was still alive. I need to get there. And I can distract Morty long enough for other things to happen around me.
Is Sunny still here?
No. You can see Sunny.
Yeah.
Sunny's down near the near where the Rusty Pirate is with the two bears, and seems
Yes.
to be, and he's talking
Right.
to Luca.
Makes sense, because I was like, by the way, your mum was okay. Yeah.
I set her down or
yeah.
head deliberately.
Yeah. Right. I also would like to see Jessin back, but in all honesty, I don't think bringing me anywhere near Kimdak's a good idea. I don't think I can
Prioritize.
not. Yeah. I kind of like the opposite to wherever Vez is standing, like step back. I'm happy. I'll stay here and help with the town. I think I'm more useful here, like running around and making sure people are okay.
Well, I'll stay in the town too. I'm not gonna let Bram hurt himself.
I mean, I've already died twice, so probably
not with me around. I'll be around and I'll stop it, won't I?
Bram still smirks. Yeah, no, yeah.
Harry's my friend. I'm not letting them go down whatever it is that they've gone into.
Yeah. Are you feeling like a look at the feathers? Ember, right?
It makes no sense. Elodie! She is very cross. She wants to go save Peripatea. It is reckless.
I think if you're feeling up to it, I don't think that's we've got people here. I think if you three are feeling up to doing it, I would feel better knowing that.
You would feel better knowing that Visenya and I, the tools of what they need for their ritual, are walking straight into their hands. Yes, I know the Shadow said.
Right, then that's not a smart idea for you to go. Then you.
She's very cross.
I can imagine. I'm furious myself, but there's not a good option here. Like, turns to vets. Look, strategy.
Strategy. We can't give them everything that we need. They need, and also we need someone determined and capable to go after, in case it doesn't work out the first time.
A backup plan.
Desperately.
What do you suggest?
The main priority for the town is surviving the night. That means that you guys need as many people on hand as possible here to make sure that everyone survives the night. With Udric's shape-shifting and me, we'd be able to either hide or distract if we get into trouble. And if people in the town survive the night, they can come back after us, if need be. But I think you need fortifications. You need to make sure that all people here who might be injured or in danger are sequestered away, and that you have the element of surprise here, whatever traps or whatever potions and whatever aerial assault might be happening, going towards where Perry is. Perry is a force on their own, so we keep it simple and we keep it light. We're there for their backup.
Yeah.
And then all you need to do is survive the night.
You both have healing.
I can get some spell slots back and rest. A short one.
Keep Corvu with you. I know it'll take time for him to get down, but send him if you need us sooner.
It'll be the first thing I do.
You hop over. Boop, boop.
Keep Sunny safe.
Well, that's another point. Like the rendezvous where we've sent the civilians. That's the farm. That's we know that there's Reaver. Exit out that way. Also, Griffin.
Also,
If you see the Griffin,
That would explain why we've not had any. There was no reinforcements from that area. There were supposed to be reinforcements coming from that entranceway, and none entered the town from there. Something in this farm distracted them.
yeah.
I'm hoping you didn't have too many people there.
We
Enough.
sent the townsfolk there.
I would strongly suggest, this is O'Brien speaking, I would strongly suggest that anybody that is remaining at that farm is brought back within the confines of this town. They are open to a pincer attack from the reinforcements and from the entranceway to the Reavers if they haven't already been attacked.
The town itself is going to be pincered, surely.
You have a ship. There's a ship down there. You could put those that are injured on the ship and sail it out so they can't be taken or injured.
They seem to be not moving.
The drowners, when Valak raised the dead, the drowners stopped.
Okay. With the various factions coming in and knowing there was a griffin, sending them out to the farm away from here was a safer choice than the ocean. But if the ocean is calm, getting them back from the farm and sending them on a ship would be the thing to do.
I've also seen that Ulfar is around here somewhere as well. He is adept in the water, so he would be able to protect the ship with civilians on, if there are any drowners outside of the bay.
We'll get them some distance at least. That's something. Guardians. Oh, this is a mess. We're going to start a war. We're fighting the church. This is bigger than any of us.
You're not going to start a war, son. You're already in one.
Well, to be fair, Ma, we seem to be fighting so many people, but war of 5 armies. Yeah, that's... Gress is fine. Someone needs to go to the farm. I'll go.
Can you move that quickly?
I can move at a distance. There's no horses in town, is there? No.
With all due respect, Mayor, you can fly, can you not?
I got heavily injured by that undead dragon. I'm not going to be able to retake my form again. I have the ability to transform into either an elder dragon or a drake. My titan form is that of a drake, but I was going to offer to take those who were going into the mountain straight up there. I could do one or the other.
If you take us up there, would you be able to return with the villagers?
Not in time, no.
Lily,
I can fly.
my apologies. Of course
okay.
you can.
I can fly. I can do that. I've got enough spells to get there and get back.
Yeah, that'd be a bit low. I think that would help.
What I can do is I can take whoever wants to go to the farm, along with those who are going up the mountain. I could take all of you to the farm in my drake form. It is large. And then once I've dropped the people off at the farm, I won't be able to bring you back to Merkstead, but I can then fly the people up into the mountains. I have to be careful, though. I am one of the few remaining Titans and Guardians that still has my seal intact. If I get touched by Aether, that seal breaks, and I lose my power.
Any Aether.
Any Aether. I don't know about this pure Aether, but any.
Our priority for you would be getting back to the ocean to protect civilians there.
I fully respect your tactical decision, but Peripatea is a sibling of mine. I'm going for them.
Harry's my arm. Oh my god.
I just look at Lily. I was like, "You're going to find out a lot of people are related. It's tenuous, but also very binding. A very knotty tree."
I'm not claiming this. You are not my Titan-in-law now. That's just too many people.
Right. Who am I taking with me to the farm, and who is going up the mountain?
I'll go to the farm.
Bram, do you wish to go see Greta? I can also go to
Yeah.
the farm.
Yeah, I think I'll see Dragetta and Madam Mayor. I'll stay with you and start preparing reinforcements. And
Yep, that
Getting people.
sounds good to me. I think the front section of the town is lost. I think we need to pull our resources back, if anything.
all right.
Do you, Brenna, before they go, do you know anything about a cavern, an ancient cavern underneath the town?
It's not one that I've heard of. No, Merida steps in. I know about the caverns under the town. It is a good place to. I see what you're thinking, Vesania. That would be a brilliant place.
Right, we gather people there. Yeah.
Rather than take them down to the beach, there is an entrance behind Goggle Springs. That will be closer and quicker.
Is Goggle Springs still standing then?
DM Josh?
Part of it is.
Is
part-
the entranceway to the
Yeah.
caves underneath.
That is, well, that's not actually to the caves underneath. That's to the secret underground area.
The beggars.
Yeah, if you wanted to get into the.
Connected.
Sorry?
I thought it was all connected.
Not that you know of, but you know that there's an entranceway to that cavern through Solomon's yard.
Because that's where we popped out.
That's where you came out, yeah.
a few hours
Which
ago.
is near where the rune gate is and the temple and everything. So you can go down that way.
Yeah. Which is close to the farm, to be fair.
I think we gather people there. We're not planning for the sea. Yeah. There's sparrows. We also need to. How many sparrows we got left? We can start. I'll start communicating with them.
We lost Zed, and the others are recovering. We can put them in a safe space
Right.
to recover.
All of them are injured.
Well, I mean, that was a pretty big battle. Some of them are pretty injured, yes.
I appreciate that, but that's quite disheartening. But all right, work with what we're given.
Slight retcon to what I said before about Solomon, because I have remembered, as pointed out, Solomon we saw was in the library underneath the mercenary company, just dying slowly, I think.
You didn't see him, but you did see blood going into there.
A blood going into there. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't see his body.
We'll take Merida aside away from Brenna and Lily's dad. Briefly. Madam Mayor, how much do you know about Solomon's setup?
I
about
know.
the physical mercenary company building?
I know about the building itself. He told me about having a small archive underneath, but where he kept.
Have you
some
ever
of the-
been down there?
No, never had a need to go down there.
If Solomon had set up any magical wards, do you think they would have been outside of your capacity to deal with?
I don't know how strong of a spellcaster Solomon is, so I couldn't
Strong.
give you. I mean, I could have a look, but
It's possible he died or has been attacked down there and has been crawling away. There's blood. We didn't have time to investigate it before the explosions happened. But we can't get through we can't get through.
that's something that I can. I can have a look at it and see if there's anything I can do about it, but don't be surprised if I can't. As I said, I don't know how powerful Solomon is, or was, depending on his condition.
Very well. Have a quick look. We don't have time to dwell on it. There are innocents to protect.
Okay. Right, so Bram,
Yeah.
Lilly,
Oi.
and sorry, what was your name? Pointing to you, Udric.
Oh, Udric.
Udric, right? You're all and Vesania, correct? I'm getting names right, yeah?
Not Bram, Ember.
Yeah. I'm staying here.
I thought you were going to the farm.
No, I'm staying here. But
Right.
Check on my.
I'm just going to transform into my Drake form. Anybody
Cool.
who wants to climb on my back, please feel free to. Just give me a moment. And he runs up up towards where the guard post is, runs past Thaddeus and Athena, Mr. and Mrs. Fluffy, as they are sort of patching each other up, nods towards them. I need a bit more space, and he just runs and jumps off the edge, and you just watch as his skin sort of rips and scales begin to fold out from underneath him as his body warps and grows. Very similar, Udric, to how you've transformed into your bear form previously, but he becomes gargantuan, and a large drake just slams down on, and it causes the entire town to shake from his size. And he stands up, and he's, just to explain how large he is, when he stood up on all fours, his like elbow piece on his arm is the top of the cliff face that he's just jumped off of. He's clearly a good 1,000 feet tall.
Huge boy.
Yeah, I've seen that once before.
Your father is very impressive.
Yeah, he is.
I feel like it might have been quicker to climb on his back before he did that.
I mean, hindsight and everything, but...
Peace!
He lays his head down and opens his mouth.
No, sure. No, Lily, no, she's gone.
It's in, doesn't question it. Oh, Dad, you haven't been flossing.
I'll see you all on the other side of this.
Be careful, please.
Hand on Bram's shoulder.
Yeah.
We'll catch you at the fortifications, right?
Right. Yeah.
Besides, it is Sunny's birthday next week. We'll survive.
Yeah.
Make it there.
Yeah. Birthday parties. Yeah.
They're safe.
She's gonna be 6. She thinks she's gonna be an adult. I just climb myself up.
Okay, so we've got Ember, Visania, Lily, and Udric climbing into Daddy Valdris's mouth, and then Bram and...
NPCs various.
I just realised Bram is staying here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as you all get into Valdris's mouth, his mouth shuts, and he goes to gallop out of the town, sort of knocks into, because there's like a small like valley, is sort of like how the mountain range works, and he sort of knocks into one side of it, the side where I'm gonna, just for a bit of satisfaction, the side where the Crying Beggar's cavern is. So he's probably caused some things to get ruffled there, but he charges forward, and no word of a lie, 10 minutes and you're there. It took him maybe 5 strides, but he's obviously got to lift his leg up to get there. But he steps through and sort of gestures his head down and lets the 4 of you out of his mouth, and then he transforms back into his dragonkin form.
Oh, are you not just dropping Lily and I off and then heading up?
Yeah, well, I need to transform back into this form to then transform into my elder dragon form.
Oh, that was not the big one.
That was my Titan form. I'm a dragonkin of a particular age, so I can also transform into a elder dragon. I'm one of the only demi creatures, titans, that can transform into more than one form.
Out of character, Josh, in your... So, like, when you said a drake and an elder dragon, I imagine the drake to be smaller. Is that different?
Normally they would be, but as it's his Titan form, the Titans and Guardian forms are sort of like blown out of proportion in size.
Right. We'll just sort of nod at the other two, like an arm on the shoulder to Visania. And then to Udric. Elodie is very excited about these new magical abilities you have. Perhaps when things are quieter, she would like to talk to you about them and how you've been discovering them.
Squeeze her into a hug.
Blah.
Sorry, Ember. I do hugs now and it'll make Elodie feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then just a proper handshake for Ember.
We can fist bump.
Just as you sort of make your way into the farmstead area, you can see there's a couple of bodies lying around. Most of them are Reaver bodies. looks like they've been torn to shreds by some large creature. And as you circle around the barn, you can see the large griffin is picking at some of the bodies as it fought some of them off. And coming out of the house, you can see some of these Aether Undead, or Aetherism as we're calling them. They're loaded up with some weapons and stuff, and mixed in between them, you can see Udric's sister. She looks like she's taken a couple of bumps to the face, but she's got a bat in her hand that's got a nail sticking out at the end of it. And she comes out the door, and she looks over towards you, Udric, and you can see she starts sort of happy crying as she can see you, and she sort of gives you a wave as and she wants to run over to give you a hug, but isn't sure if she should.
No, I think Udric's kind of focused on what needs to happen, and just kind of will indicate towards the mountain.
She nods. She nods to that, and Ember and Lily, you can both make your way over towards this group of people as Val just transforms into his Elder Dragon form, causing everybody to sort of move back in his Elder Dragon form. Lily, you recognise this form. This is the form that he turned into when your home was attacked. And as he stands there, big flowing wings. His wings, in terms of dragon, he's more... The Elder Dragons are split into two different types. So the more female dragons are the ones that are your typical fantasy dragons with the wings, 2 arms, 2 legs sort of thing. And then the male Elder Dragons, they're the ones with the back legs, and their wings and front arms are the same thing, similar to the Game of Thrones dragons. So he transforms into one of those, basically, and he leans down for Udric and Visania to climb on the top.
Let's go rescue some warlords from Perry.
And he flaps his wings and flies up into the air. Just before we end the session, we're going to quickly come back to Peripatea. Perry, as you are there and you rolled an 18 on your sleight of hand check, you managed to get the brain, Mustache of Disguise. You managed to get it into place and get it onto Jessen's face, and she looks towards you, and you watch as her form shrinks down into that of a very old rat, and she starts scuttering off.
You whisper literally all the information I got from Kimdak about the numbers, about the holes in the fence, about directions, all of it to pass on.
She runs out of the door, and as she runs out, she sort of sneaks away. Is not seen by anybody. Nobody would take notice of a rat running around up here. As she does that, you hear a cackling laugh come from somewhere within the cage, and stepping out from the shadows, you can see a friendly face, although not so friendly because they've got a smile that goes from ear to ear as Minerva, or Shadow Elodie, steps out of the shadows with her hands bound and looks towards you. Oh, hello there, Peripatea. It's good to see you.
Did you...
Sorry, what?
No. I interrupted your maniacal monologue. Go ahead.
I mean, it's not really a maniacal monologue, but I tried to talk to these people. I have 2 blood samples here that I could have given them to get into the temple, but they weren't having any of it. They didn't believe me, so they locked me in here.
Did you burn my books?
Did I burn your books?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. They were holding you back.
Funny thing about that, I take my scythe out and take a slash at her.
Here we go.
Make me an attack roll, and we will end the session in a moment.
Wasn't that one?
Oh.
You bring the scythe out, but because there were a few boxes and stuff around where she was hiding, as you go to swing it, you catch the scythe in one of the crates and it goes straight through it. And she just looks towards you and looks up at you and her face shifts into that of Elodie's in a really sort of sad, why would you do that to me sort of face, and then it instantly goes back to being sinister again.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't believe you for anything you say for 1 second. You burned me.
She just nods at you. There's not really anything that she can say. You can see her face is flashing between this sinister look and Elodie's look, as if parts of Elodie are coming through her at the moment. But it's at that moment where you hear a shout come from one of the tents. And I'm not going to shout because it's going to be loud. But you hear along the lines of, "What the fuck have you done, you abomination, you bastards," as Kimdak is thrown out of one of the tents and lands face first into the dirt. And stepping out of the tent is Savannah, followed by a decrepit old man with a respirator on, and they're both cackling. And the final scene before we end the episode is 3 undead forms come out of the tent. One of them, the 2 light hoofs, and Taliana comes out.
So as that happens, I will turn to Tally, turn my back on the abomination, and just say, "Well, that's the distraction we needed. Time to boogie." And I unlock things and it go time.
You unlock things, and as you unlock things, a very dark shadow appears over the entire temple. That's where we're going to end the session. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We have been Rolled Together RPG. If you like what you've seen, you can join us on Mondays for more D&D content. Check out our social medias for any other streams that we are doing on any other days. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and to the D20 Club, Dice Heads, and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as 1 of your local currency per month, or 1 goat, which must be sent to Merkstead because they need to repopulate the goat population, by following all of the links in chat and in the description below. If you've been watching us on YouTube, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below. It will help the algorithm tell us what you like, so we know what to make more of for you. A massive thank you to my players for going along with this campaign for as long as we've been going along with it for. But we're going to go now, and we will see you in the next video as the 2 teams split up and take on what's probably the final arc of this chapter, of this campaign. I don't know, maybe. Well, we shall find out soon. Goodbye.